It's like an emerald cut. Look at this. It's not an octagon. Look at that. So the graphics are wrong. It is not an octagon. Ooh, can you imagine? Are you mad? $12.95. You've got to get both too. That's mad. You have to. Earrings. I saw this earlier. If you had 3 of them, you could put them all in a ring. Beautiful. Of course it's gone at that price. I'd have bought all of those actually. Now, we gave Mel a challenge earlier and we've got moss aquamarine. It's coming up at 5 o'clock. If you've got any sterling silver findings, they are going to go so well with the aquamarine strand we're about to give to you. So, I'm going to just give you. Are we going to give we're just going to see it, or we're going to give the price? We're going to do it. We'll see it in a bit. Have a look at this colour. I think that is just beautiful. Do you see the light play? Can you see the glow? Mel is going to be showing us what she's done with hers in about 50 minutes time. So we can't wait for that. We have got Mel's demonstration and kit coming up for you as well. So sit tight. We're just going to give you some fabulous deals before that. So, oh, in fact, let's do the kit now. Let's do the kit now, shall we? Are we ready? Oh, that's okay. Right, first of all, the thing that you're going to notice about this kit, like a lot of our old school kits, is that you have everything you need. So if you're a brand new jewellery maker, please let me nudge you towards this kit. Why? Because you've got big eye findings. So you've got the big eye head pins. You've got 2 magnetic clasps in here. You've got 75 findings. So the fact, I actually think the price we're going to go to is fabulous for the findings alone. You get 1 meter of link chain, and that is base metal with a real silver on base metal. Now look at this, because this is not something you get in many kits. You get a pair of stud earrings with the loop. Can you see those? So stud earrings with the loop. Okay, you'll see next to those that you've got open jump rings. Then you'll see next to those that you have crimp covers. I'm going to pick them up for you. So, whoops. So you've got the crimp covers as well. So you get those. You also get crimp tubes. Come on, you. There's your crimp tubes. But then you also get little silver beads. There you go, spacer beads. Then you're going to get, we're going to have to, sorry, I should have started and then gone over it. It's my fault entirely. Then you get 2 magnetic clasps, which are just wonderful. So again, silver on base metal, a pair of shepherd's hook earring findings. But then let's look at the eye pins. Really lovely open eye loop there in your eye pins. You get your featherweight head pins. I always go to call it something else. I didn't know it was the name for something else until the guys told me. Then you've got your ball head pins. Okay. Then we're going to get a threading pack in an organza gift bag. You get your elastic, your monofilament, your beading thread. You're ready to make now. All you need is one thing: beads. And we've got bountiful beads. Now this is a limited edition kit. Have a look. We have got chips and nuggets galore. I'm talking moonstone. I'm talking Amazon. Look at this. Oh, I'm talking ruby zoisite. Yes, please. I'm talking serpentine and rose quartz. This is beautifully botanical, isn't it? What a kit. How many meters of, what did you say? 418, over 4 meters of gemstones. This is just remarkable. Don't forget all of the findings. Let's have a peruse across Mel's jewellery to see the sorts of things that you can create. But of course, if you watch Mark Smith's Chipping Nuggets, if you've got his DVD, this is ideal. If you watch Mark Smith's memory wire bracelet show, or memory wire show, should I say, then these are going to be ideal. The floating necklace technique, just perfect for this. Did you do that with knots, Mel, or did you do it with crimps?
No, it's knots.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. You can see there's some earrings, a bracelet. How many pieces of jewellery, Mel, did you make out of this kit?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I've still got probably half the chips and nuggets left.
Perfect. So you had loads left.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh. So you've still got 2 meters of gemstones left.
Yeah.
Perfect. And of course you've done all your prep as well,
Yes.
so you've got that to consider too. So a lot of gemstones. We're going to be talking to Mel about how she felt as soon as she got this kit home in just a tick. So let's talk. Findings like I've never seen before. You've got a threading pack and you've got 5 strands of gemstones. I think we're going to give you the price of the threading pack and the findings, and that you're like, that's how low the price is. I actually think you'd pay way more if you bought this as a bundle in terms of the gemstones. We're going to give you 1 minute, therefore, to get yourself sorted. That means you've got 1 minute to pick up the phone and dial 0800 644 655, jewellerymaker.com if you are shopping online. If you've got the app open, it is the quickest way to shop. So get yourself ready. The price is going to what I think would be a really fantastic price for the findings and the threading pack alone. In fact, if you went to that craft store in most industrial estates in most main towns and cities, the one that rhymes with Bobby Shaft, I think you would find it very difficult to get this amount of wonderful findings and threading mediums for the price we're about to give you for the kit. These are genuine gemstone strands. How much would you pay? Even if they were £10 a strand, that's really, really fabulous value, isn't it? That's £50, but we're not going anywhere near that price, of course, because this is Jewellery Maker and we seem to be a bit crazy. Are you ready? Just seem to be. WQXC29, we're going to give you such a low price tag. You are going to love it. Let's go straight to the price tag because this is going to sell out. Hold, hold. Get ready and check out your baskets, because for $3.99 a strand, and that's ridiculous. I would pay that. Sorry for any dogs and cats can hear me, but I would pay that for the findings and threading pack alone. $19.95, and don't forget Mel did a lot. How many pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of jewellery, was it, or 7?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
Sorry, 8 pieces of jewellery. She still had half the strands left, which means she could have done that twice over. WQXC29, let's go, let's go, let's go. You get a metre of chain. This will sell out today. Loads of you there. Half the stock is already gone and sold out. Arthur, Carol, Samantha, Josephine, Lynn, you've got yours. Remember your 60-day money-back guarantee. Diane, Pamela, Debbie, Collector in Norfolk, Aileen, you've got yours. That's 4p a centimetre of gemstones, did you say? And then everything else for free. Irene, Wilma, Collector in Suffolk takes 2. Ree, Angela, Elaine. We've got Christine, Collector in Cornwall as well. Loads of you. Memory wire bracelets galore. But even if you're just making stretchy bracelets out of this, by the way, let's think, Danny. So you know how many inches is in what we've got here? How many inches of gemstones, Danny? Tap, 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 tappity, tappity, tappity. Give him a sec. We're not... So there's 164.5 inches. If we just, now remember, we get the stretchy elastic with this. If a stretchy bracelet is 7 inches, how many 7s will go into that, Danny? Sorry, Danny. Sorry. You can make 23 stretchy bracelets with enough left over for a pair of earrings or a couple of pairs of earrings. If I sold you that stretchy bracelet for £8, and you know it's genuine gemstone, you've got moonstone in here, you've got, look at this, ruby zoisite, amazonite, serpentine, and you've got rose quartz. If that was £8, you'd be getting a super deal. How much is that? What's the return on that, Danny? Was it 23? Yeah. £184 minus the price of the kit, which is £19.95. Don't have to seek anything outside of the kit. So the profit for you, apart from paying yourself for your time, is £164, and that is just £8 a bracelet, which is incredible. Now, Mel's just showing us she had a lot of findings left over, loads and loads and loads, so she could have done twice, 3 times over with the jewellery. You know what? This is a great opportunity. It really is. £19.95, we are half the stock gone. Please be quick. Toyin, Ree, Lindsay, Sarah, you do need to check out. Lots of you coming through on the phone lines now. John, Jean, Karen on the phone lines, Linda on the phone lines, Angela on the phone lines. Sarah, Ree and Lindsay, you need to check out. We are approaching limited stock on this kit. It's great to have your company. But for now, I'm going to hand you over to the fabulous Mel, who's going to talk us through a design or two.
Yes. Hi. this is, there we go, if I hold it up slightly, that is what I've got left over.
Wow, loads.
Yeah. So
Loads left over.
the only reason I didn't make more is because it's so time consuming.
Of course, yeah.
Threading all the
Absolutely.
chips on. So the demo I thought I would do today is the little bracelet.
Perfect.
I thought I would talk you through how to set up and create the bracelet.
Okay, great.
So that's it. Brilliant. Right, so what I started with was taking the magnetic clasp and putting the 2 halves down onto the board. I then took my 2 jump rings and I took a section of the chain. So that was how, those are the components I started with. And I wanted to do a double chain, so I set it up that way so that the jump ring goes through one loop and then I would cut the chain off. So that's what I started with. If I move that over, then I can show you where we've got to now. So the next thing I did was I placed a ruler down and I pinned where I wanted the 2 bracelets to end. I've used in the from the kit, I've used the monofilament, but I thought in this instance you're not going to see it, so I've used black fire line. And what I started with was I took a piece of the fire line and I looped it back on itself through the 2 ends of the chain, and then I fed on the chips. So when you get to the other end of the chain, you then take your beading thread, pop it through the last 2 parts links of the chain, pull it down, and then to hold it, go back through those links again. And let's just wiggle it through. And then I've pulled it too tight, too quick. Let's pull it up. Right, so pull that up and then tighten it, and that holds it in place. What I then did was I had a longer piece of beading thread, this piece here, so I would load these up and then I would go through the same process and loop it through, and then I came back down again, and what I did was I wove these over and under as I was creating the 5 strands. And then how I finished it, rather than sitting here trying to load all these on, what I then did was on the last strand I did 3/4, and then I loaded some more gemstones onto here. So I don't know if you've got anything you want to bring just while I... No? That's fine. If I put a few more of the gemstones on. So yeah, it's so simple, just pop, oh, she says. So just thread a few more gemstones on. And these, I loved, absolutely loved the colour of these stones. And some of them are so chunky. So the actual design builds up quite quickly. But you would end up threading on until, obviously you'd end up just with a few more. But when you've reached that point, then what I did was knotted the cord together, just a good overhand knot, and then I threaded the tail through a few of the stones to get them away from the knot. You can put glue on, but on the whole this tends to stay, and then snip those off. So that was how I created that part of the necklace, the bracelet.
Okay.
And then I wanted to use a different colour to create the little flower.
Jennifer says that's a really sweet, lovely sweet bracelet.
Oh.
Jennifer.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're just going to have another look at that bracelet, and Mel's going to show us how to do the flower. Perfect.
Brilliant. For the flower, I took some 0.4 wire and threaded. I did have a look and try and get some of the slightly longer, thinner beads. And obviously put 5 on, you can put 6, it's up to you. And then I did a little twist at the end and brought the wires across. And then what you do is give it a little bit of a wiggle to get the chips to open up a little bit. You can secure the shape by wrapping the wires around so that it holds its form a little bit more. And then let me give it a little bit of a push down. And then what we need to do is take one of the wires, pop a different colour stone on, bring that up, and then feed the wire back down. Give it a little bit of a wiggle. Join the wires again with a little twist. And then with your finished bracelet, it was just a case of picking it up and then just popping the 2 wires over and then giving it a twist and feeding it through if you want to wrap it over a couple of times. And what I did was I came up through, caught it and went back down, and then you just snip the ends off and that holds it in place.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Mel. Here's a finished piece for you, and you can do lots of different variants of that kind of design. You can use this as a choker. There's so much you can do. Any questions, get them through to us, 60777. Start your message with the word JM Studio. A little handful of the kits left. WQX-C29, chip off the old block, amazonite, rose quartz, rainbow moonstone, serpentine, and all those wonderful findings. So many of you need to check out baskets. Well done to you, to those that have, and please don't forget your 60-day money-back guarantee. You've got over 4 meters of gemstones there, so you really have got a lot of value. Now, my darlings, we have got lots of you saying that you love the magnetic clasp. Well, we've got some more magnetic clasps coming up for you, actually. Should we do them now? You don't want to do this Sphene that's right in front of me, do you? Where did I get this from? We're going to do that in a second. Let's give you which. Oh my gosh, I've got all 3 colours. It's time for a star by. I think we should start with the rose gold. What do you reckon, Danny? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so we're going to go rose gold, then silver, then traditional gold. What's your favourite? The thing is about having these magnetic clasps, and actually I know that Mel said the same thing. Magnetic clasps are a godsend to a jewellery maker. They're also a godsend to anybody who purchases jewellery because they're so easy to put on. Mel, you were saying this to us earlier, weren't you? You know, they're your favourite one of your favourite findings anyhow.
Yeah, definitely. Because especially with bracelets, they are so hard to do up.
Yeah.
You know, you can put those on so quickly and easily. That and stretchies.
Yeah, exactly. They are the stretchies of findings. Now with these, you've got loads of gold and loads of silver. It's actually more of a process to give you plated than it is to give you just, you know, solid rose gold. But what we do is we take sterling silver and then we overlay rose gold in many layers. Now that gives you a relatively tarnish-free finding that you could, well, there'll be longevity on this piece. The objective is for it not to tarnish, of course, too soon. You can still wear this every day and wear it with confidence and know that you've got a pure precious metal finding, save for, of course, the magnet. With that said, these magnets are very, very strong. So if you are selling your jewellery on, make sure you absolutely outline to the recipient that these are magnetic, just in case of pacemakers, because they're strong. They're wonderfully strong magnets. You have got approaching 5 grams of sterling silver and rose gold here, and you get the small and the medium. So you've got your bracelet and your necklace done right there, haven't you? 10 millimeters and 8 millimeters together. Now if you want to mix them, this is Danny's least favourite thing, but one of my favourites. It's so Cartier. Oh, he said it's grown on him. He's done with complaining about me now. I've worn you down, Danny. But I want you to imagine this with that beautiful little rose quartz strand that we just saw. Perfect. Look. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, we're going to give you a fantastic deal. They're going under £10. You need to be very quick. Normally, one would be that price, but you're getting both at that price. This is incredible. £9.95, a really popular finding here at Jewellery Maker. Very easy to put on. Very easy. And you know what? Don't. This is a Gemma Crow tip. Don't slide them off, don't try and pull. Because if you try and pull, and let's say this is a gemstone here, what you're going to do is compromise the strand, and you're also going to compromise whatever you've used to loop it on, a crimp bead, let's say. If you slide it off, there's no compromising. Lots of you coming in for this. Jackie, collector in Suffolk, took 3. That's for both of them, yeah. Collector in West Midlands, Greater London, Perth and Kinross, Shirley in Moray. I've got West Midlands shopping as well. Collector in Suffolk's now taken 4, I don't blame you. That's for both of them. Incredible value. DWXC54, we are so delighted to have your company here today on Jewellery Maker. Thank you for choosing us. We got the silver coming up next for you. Oh, you do like that now, do you? Danny says he's really okay with the mixed metal thing now. I'm glad you're really okay with that, Danny. It's easier that way. What, to just agree with me? Right, now, Danny, I'm not sure if I got the right ones here because I got 2 big ones. Oh. So you do get the 2 big uns. Good, excellent. Okay, so please consider that when we give you your price. They're so strong, I can't get them off. No, I just want to pinch you. Stay there, you rascal. Double trouble sterling silver with the magnetic clasp is 10 millimeters, RTX C32, 6 grams of sterling silver. You can pretty much see, it's like, that reminds me of when my kids used to hang on my ankles and not let go, and I'd be trying to shake them off. Going, get off, I'm trying to walk. £15.90.
I remember those days.
They're the cute days. Now they just hang on my wallet and ask me for money. RTX C32, look at the price, look at the price. We're so naughty. £5 each, even though they're big ones. £9.95. You know what to do, jewellery makers. Now, Mel, you're going to have these for your challenge, you lucky duck.
Lovely, thank you.
I'm going to hand one over to you. I'll put it there and then
Brilliant.
You can retrieve Avu. £9.95, you're going to get 2 of these whoppers, and we're also going to give them to you in the gold, which is the same version as the rose gold. You know what to do. Silver's always the most popular. Susan, Greater Manchester, Mary, Kathleen, Anne in Wicklow, Stacey in Essex, you've got yours. Collector in Suffolk takes 3, Lorna, Elaine. Lorna takes 2, Elaine takes 2. Kate in Powys takes 2, Aileen takes 2. Alan, Linda, Jackie, Lorna in Aberdeenshire takes 4. That's the second Lorna. There we go. You never see a Lorna for ages, and then 2 come along. RTX C32. These are normally £7.95 each, so we are being a bit rascally there, actually, aren't we? We are. We're being rascally and there's nothing more to be said about it. Now, let me put my pots
It's
away.
fantastic that you can get them in the sterling silver now, because
I
we
know,
never
yeah.
used to, could
No.
we?
Well,
So-
actually, the magnetic findings, I think, are quite difficult to get hold of. They're really popular, but the more... We haven't really... You know, they do sell out, but then we do seem to be able to replenish them. Wow, great tips, Jenny. Love the show. Mwah. Thank you, Julie. Mwah. Now, la cucaracha, se no puede caminar. Let's get... There's still some silver available. Are there any rose gold left? Rosa? Sí. I don't know why I've gone Spanish. Usually I go French, but now with the new format, me llamo Jenny. I don't know what... Algo más? Will you finally see the end to the Russian? Da. Da. Mine's local dialect, Danny. Got to be down with the Russian kids. Now, we have got 9-carat gold. Look how strong they are. Woo! Come on.
They're
love
so
this.
strong they catch on your tools when you're
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
use them.
Maybe you want to not... Oh no, where's it gone? There it is. Maybe you want to put a bit of code, like low tack tape or something on them. VEX, no vex in here. You'll be sent out for that. C49 is your item code. Woo, woo. Look how strong. The force is strong with these magnets. Now, come on. Come on, wee one. Woo. At $9.95, you knew the price already. Literally, quarter of the stock had already gone. 4.8 grams, so the best part of 5 grams of gold and silver. You've got that wonderful... Woo! Stop! I love magnets so much. I'm actually a big baby when it comes to magnets, but I definitely think they're going to go with your... Look at them with the hessonite. That fiery orange and gold just works very well, doesn't it? It's coming up in about 5 miniatos. You get 4, Danny, not just 1. You'd think there'd be a jewellery wiping cloth in this building, but there isn't. Now, we've got bundles galore coming up in the next hour. We've got... I'll tell you what, we've got a lovely pyrite strand coming up. What's that? Oh, I'm very excited. Now, the Sphene, I think will go... I'm going to do it again. So we have got Morafino Sphene. I don't know. It's from Madagascar. I don't know why I've got to do an accent, Jewellery Makers, and I can only apologise for it, to be honest. But I want you to see. I'm going to put the Sphene in the centre, and it is going under £30. I'm going to tell you that much because I don't want you missing out. Look at the different colours. Look at the colours that run through Sphene. How gorgeous is that? Look, can you see? You get a real golden tone. I've just put it together with the garnet because I think it looks incredible with the garnet. Let's pop that over there so you can see it again. Look at that colour. Can you see the golden tones? I should have called her Noisy Susan. Apparently she's noisy. Okay, look at that colour. I'm just going to grab hold of her. And then we're going to see, look. What a stone. What an amazing gemstone you're getting. Can you see how fiery that is? Don't you think that's brilliant? Look at the, well, it is brilliant. It's brilliance. Let's take Susan away so that you can see the true colours as well. Oh, shush, Susan. Enough of you today. Look at that colour. This comes with a certificate of authenticity. So this Sphene is totally natural and it's from Madagascar. And you get these sort of champagne diamond tones, I think, from Sphene. You get some chocolates in there. You've got a serious amount of pleochroism, haven't you? You can see here. So you've got a diamond-like lustre from this gemstone. Alan was straight in, no messing. Absolutely mesmerising. You can get a yellow, you can get those champagne diamonds and you can get yellow diamonds, but I think there's a little bit of chocolate stroke champagne diamond in here. What would you say? If you were going to compare the two, look at that colour. So you can see there's a strong amount of pleochroism in this stone. So it's just shy of a carat, at 0.95 of a carat. Just ever such a little bit under, just 5 points under. It's got a beautiful quality to it, this has. Can you see that? Can you see the sparkle? Can you see the blues? You can see the brilliance, can't you? The inside fire. £89.95 is not your price today. I made you a promise. I said this was going under £30, but actually we're going under £20. Buy 2 of these, put them in earrings. I think they'd be incredible with gold. I think they'd look magnificent with rose gold. I think they'd work so well with silver as well. Argentium, yes. Prong setting, yes. 19.95. Gallery wire, yes, yes, yes. Make sure you're quick. CJU P73 is your item code. Loads of you coming through. Alan put another one in his basket. Why wouldn't you, Alan? Collector in Suffolk, you've got yours. Let's think about how you're going to utilise these into your jewellery. I'd get 3 of them and put them in a ring, because I love trilogy rings. I think they're so pretty. But I do think earrings would be great. If you're going to put them in earrings, I'd definitely get a 3rd one for putting in a pendant as well. Totally up to you if you can afford it today. $19.95 with an extended money back guarantee that takes you all the way until the end of August. Now, I've got something very, very precious for you. It is the Mighty Bouge this hour. Have you noticed? Have you noticed, Dan? Mm-hmm. What? Yeah. But where would you like that put, darling? Okay. Now, where am I looking for now? The Mighty Bouge. On Sunday, we've got Padpradashka Sapphire. Did you know that? On Sunday, we've got actual Padpradashka, which is mad, isn't it? I want you to see this. I want you to see the colours that you're getting. Wow. Can you see? Oh. Can you see that colour? Look at the oranges, look at the reds, look at the yellows. This is a sunset, isn't it? Beautiful. Watch this. Hang on a sec. You could watch it if I could do it. Now I'm going to pop these together. Please excuse the fingerprint if it's there. Just works, doesn't it? Just work. Shows you how red this is. Beautiful. Just going to pop that over there, look. I think I would channel set these. I love these with neon apatite. I think they look great, but I think they look so good with gold. Let me show you. Let me show you with gold. Look how good these look with gold. It works so well, doesn't it? I think I would I'd use the smaller one, and I would put that, they're still available, and I would put it in a stacker bracelet. I would also use these to channel set. I would perhaps use a half round silver, both sides, and channel set these into it. Perfect. Perfect. We're going to give you a huge on-air discount. UGN V39, you are about to get a whopping saving. Are you ready? Yeah, they are sparkly, aren't they? £34.95. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I would put this with a green, with a fresh green, even with a chip and nugget if you're going to put them together. Look at those colours. They're fresh, they're zesty, they're beautiful. I would put this with this fluorite strand, look. Stunning together. Real deep, intense colours working together. Have you got any emerald? If you've got any emerald, it will work beautifully well with this. Do I have any? I don't, do I? I don't have any emerald in this hour. Garnet, put it with garnet, of course. Orange sapphire, this is September's birth gemstone. A little bit of heat, has just to keep the consistency of the colour, but the clarity here is sensational. You've got purples flashing from these. Hilda, you've got yours. Collector in Merseyside. Anne-Marie, what a price, $34.95 for orange sapphire. Massive carat weight as well. So now we're going to give to you your Hessonite Garnet Starlight. We're about to give you some of the most beautifully intense garnet. If you want fabulous, rich oranges, I'm going to move this towards the light so you can see through them. And then you'll see just how exquisite the glow is, just how saturated each gemstone is with beautiful, deep oranges, flashes of electric reds, golden tones. You've got those incredible greens at the base. This is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. You can see each gemstone is giving us something glorious, and whatever it is, it's warmth, it's colour, it's sparkle. Now you're getting 4 gemstones here. You are going to get the certificate of authenticity with each one, but look at the cut. Isn't that a lovely cut? And you've got a good amount of depth to these. So if you are setting into precious metals, these are going to be a great one for you. I would definitely semi-bezel set them. Maybe allow the light to travel underneath those still. Perhaps you want to prong set them. Let's take that away. You are getting 4 in total. So I just wanted to show you, because I really love that colour, and I do think it works very, very... Wouldn't you say that's almost one of the best rubies you've perhaps ever set eyes on? When you take it away from the light source, doesn't it look really deep, deep blood red? To me, that is one of the most exclusive ruby colours, isn't it? And in fact, I was on the Gemporia website just last night trying to find a ruby of this size in a ring for a gift for my daughter for her birthday. They haven't got the one that I wanted. It's gone. And you know what? So then I started looking at hessonite garnets, and I looked at rubelites, and they're stunning. And the thing is, for your money, my thing that I was noticing last night, I would rather have a garnet like this of exceptional quality than pay for a ruby of okay quality. Does that make sense? I'd rather have a gemstone that's going to give me a glow, a clarity, a really rich saturation of colour, and in a decent carat weight, than pay the same price for a tiny ruby of a much lesser quality. It doesn't make sense to me to do that. Here you have a garnet. Garnets, as you know, have been deemed as precious by a lot of the ancients in ancient times. We've known and loved this gemstone in adornment, so in jewellery, anything that makes us look beautiful, since the Bronze Age. So that's thousands of years, I think near on 4,000 years ago. Hessonite garnet gives you richness, and you can see that to no end here. But you can see the depth there, you can see the clarity, you see how you can almost see straight through them, yet get absolutely encapsulated. You've got that colour, look, entrancing colour, those wonderful, passionate reds. Let's have a look at how you can set these into rings. Here's an example of some of our loose gemstones set into rings. And it doesn't have to be a ring. Look at those. So you can see prong setting there, and we do have a prong setting DVD. At the very top you've got channel setting. So this is a great way. Now most of those are drill hold, some of those are drill hold, and the 2 are cabochons. So let's see if we can find something with loose gemstones in there for you as well. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? So you could prong set these. Let's have a look. See if you've got the gallery wire folder. Let's have a look at that. Argentium folder. That's a good one to look at. Argentium, definitely. So beautiful. Look, it's that red. It's that red. What can you do with a loose gemstone? Have another look at this. Wow, so that was Alison Tarry that did that, and I think she did it on her DVD. Isn't it wonderful? That claw setting. Whoa. That's fabulous. You could do something similar, and you'll see there's other gemstones next to that, so that you can see that that sort of thing is going to apply. But if you wanted to work it into your silver clays, you can. Go and have a look at Melanie Blakey's designs. Go and have a look at Tracy Spurgeon's designs if you want to do that. Right now you're sitting, please don't forget, you don't just get 1, you get 4. In fact, let's go back over to that 4 so that you don't forget that. So at this price, you're only £25 a loose gemstone, which is a really competitive price already. Look at that colour. Look at that colour. It's like the best ruby you ever saw. Unbelievable. What are they? It's up £5 a gemstone. £5 a gemstone. Honestly, do I think it's a good... That's ridiculous. It's brilliant. If you want to go to the Rock and Gem shows with this, go. Take them to your Rock and Gem shows, sell them for £50 each. I don't know. Perfect. This is an absolutely natural collection of beauty. Look, you can't deny that beauty. That colour is amazing. They are like the best rubies, aren't they? Anthony says, I have those. Impressive to say the least. And a decent size. Do you know what, Anthony? They are. Oh, mine turned out to be 13 carat. We always give the minimum carat weight guaranteed. So what have we got here? 10 point. Well, let me, Anthony, he's not wrong. I think I should measure them. I should weigh them. Where's my weighers? What are they called? Scales. That's it. Usually they're here. Oh, they're behind you. Thanks, Mel. Oof. 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 Sorry. So I'm going to turn my Dubry on. Come on. There we go. Fetch me my Dubry, says Dan. All right, Danny. Carat. Okay. Come on, Susan. Your time's up. So I've actually got 10.55 carats. I've got 10.55. We're guaranteeing 10.1 minimum. I've got 10.5. You know what? Maybe you want to get 2 or 3 of them. No, I haven't. I got 10.8. As soon as I moved Lazy Susan off there, it went up. That's mad, isn't it? Elvina, Julie, Laura, check out. Loads of you there. It's lovely to see your names. Now, let me put here, 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 here. I saw this pyrite strand, and I thought, I can't wait to do that because it's absolutely gorgeous. Look at this strand. Oh, it feels really cold when I touch pyrite, and I always get the shivers, and I don't know why. Look at this strand. I've got a big connection with this gemstone. How many do we have? Okay, I'm just going to look up why I've got a funny feeling with this strand. I haven't. The weight of the pyrite. It's really weighty, isn't it? And it does add a bit of expense to your jewellery because of the weight. Because I think when people hold jewellery and they feel something heavy, they sort of associate that with price, don't they?
Yes.
They think, oh yeah, that's going to be expensive. They often used to call this fool's gold.
The faceting on that really makes it sparkle.
I think it could be quite a take me out to dinner kind of strand, couldn't it?
Definitely.
Like because of that, because it's super sparkly. I think this will go really nicely with like a black spinel. But on its own, I mean, actually, look at this with the sunstone. Do you think that goes? I really like those together. I don't know why, it's making me feel like Mad Max, Tina Turner kind of style. Just love that. I haven't watched that in years. So why have I got a weird connection with this gemstone? Let me see. Bum, 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 bum. Highly prized by the native Indian tribes of the Americas as a healing stone of magic, and was polished into mirrors for gazing and the divine. Before the 1800s, it was favoured as a decorative stone, carved into rosettes, shoe buckles, rings, snuff boxes and other ornaments, and was extremely popular in England during the Victorian age for its use in jewellery. Pyrite's biggest use occurred during the World War II, when it was mined as a source of sulphur for producing sulphuric acid. Now, oh, we are running out of time, aren't we? It's beautiful. Keeping pyrite in the home of the workplace will energise the area. That's what they say. £7.95 is your price for this. What a beautiful strand. I love the way it looks, almost like an antique gold finish. I'm just going to grab your names. Do you? I love that, and I think it's sort of got that rustic vibe to it because of it. I think it's very decorative. I think you could use this in a home decor. I think you can use this with your memory wire. as well. I think it would be ideal for that. So if you did tune in for Mark's Memory Wire show, I think this would be wonderful. Loads of bundles coming up in the next hour. We've got Mel's Challenge coming up in the next hour. We've got the aquamarine coming up straight after. I called it an hour, a chower just then. Did anyone notice? No one noticed. We've got a Japanese Akoya pearl. We are very, very excited. Is it time to go already for the break? Okay, we'll see you. Don't you go anywhere. We'll see you after this.
Love Jewellery Maker but don't have an account? You can now purchase items on the Jewellery Maker website through our guest checkout. To do so, select the products you wish to purchase and head over to the shopping basket. Simply enter your email address and select Continue as Guest below. After this, the checkout process is simple. Select your quantity and delivery option and then check out securely. Enter your billing details and either a credit card or PayPal account and proceed to payment. From here, you still have the option to create an account if you wish, making shopping online easier for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Join us this Sunday on Jewellery Maker for your amazing deal of the day. We've waited 10 years for this gemstone. This really is going to be incredible. We've got the launch of Pad Sapphire. It is incredible. Take a look at this strand. The oranges, the pinks, the sunset colours. It is classic. It's limited edition. Join us this Sunday at 11 o'clock.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity, is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you've previously purchased by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker.
If you have a question or query for Jewellery Maker, then contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Email help@jewellerymaker.com or drop us a message on our Facebook page.
Join us this Saturday on Jewellery Maker. We have got the most amazing deal of the day. The return of the Dominican Republic blue amber. It is incredible. We've got some beautiful pieces to bring you. I'm so excited about it. That's this Saturday. It's your deal of the day at 11. The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Are you stuck for ideas with your jewellery making? Need some inspiration? Then head over to the Jewellery Maker website and check out our projects page. We have plenty of amazing tutorials for you to choose from, no matter if you're a beginner, intermediate, or an advanced jewellery maker. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy to follow step-by-step instructions. Created by our in-house designers, we're always producing fresh content to give you plenty of hints and tips. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
pick of the day is all about the bouge. Did someone steal our bouge? They did not. We got it here. I like that little... I like the plink plonking of the old Joanna then, did you? The old Joanna, the plink plonk. Now, we have got for you, this is bouge o'clock, everybody, the mighty bouge. Mozambique moss aquamarine, okay? Now, why is this called moss aquamarine, I hear you call? Why is this called...
Is it called moss aquamarine, Jenny?
Well, it's funny you should call that, Dan, and that is because you get really beautiful, actually, inclusions in this strand. I don't want you to think they are inclusions of moss, but I want you to think about, you know, Mother Nature and all those kinds of things. And you've got these real mossy tones inside there, which is just beautiful. Come closer and see how beautiful they are. Aren't they? Do you see now? So that's all about, but my goodness me, don't they glow? Can you see the way the light just seems to illuminate these beautiful gemstones? There's a very fine drill hole at the top of the gemstone, which you don't really notice because your main focus is on the colour, isn't it? The first thing you see is the colour. Then you start to look at the inclusions. I mean, look at this one here. Look at the way the light is just singing. I've just got my hand under there. There's no light coming from underneath them. It's singing with light. When you get these home and you hold them up, you're going to be absolutely delighted with them. They're from Mozambique, and you know, many, many beautiful gemstones are from Mozambique. They're totally, totally, totally natural. And I think to get that kind of glow without any kind of coating, first of all, is a complete and utter wonder. But I think to get that colour as well, you've got that beautiful soft blue, and then to get those inclusions that give you an interest, your eyes are drawn to them. They become sensory pieces because you can't stop from looking at them. They're beautiful, aren't they? They're beautiful. Now, we gave Mel this strand before the show. Mel, talk to me about, first of all, what you thought about them when Danny placed them in your hand for the first time.
Very high end. They're just, so the colour's stunning, and as you say, they glow. So you really want to make some jewellery where they catch the light.
Yeah.
So yes, that is what I've ended up doing. Is I don't know where the best place.
There we go. That's perfect. We'll find you. They're gorgeous. Oh, I love those, Mel.
So
They're
that's
beautiful.
the earrings and the necklace to match.
They're really stylish. That's a gorgeous, very contemporary suite of jewellery. And you know what? Using just 3 gemstones.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah. I love that, Mel. Thank you. I love the way you've got a real swirl on there. I know you used the bell, the ring mandrel, sorry, because I saw you use that earlier and I said, Danny, we've got the ring mandrel, I love that. But actually, Mel was saying if you need to use something cylindrical, you can go around the house and try and find some household objects. But how beautiful is that? Really contemporary design. You can see that in the window of a jeweller's, couldn't you?
And, sorry, I've used the magnetic
your magnetic clasp at the back. Hooray! They're on the bottom of your screen for you. Because they are really easy to use, those, aren't they?
Yeah,
now.
they certainly are.
March's birth gemstone, a gemstone steeped in history, and you know what? During the Art Deco period, there was a huge favourability towards this gemstone. You can see why, can't you? Look at that glow. I've just put it on a little cloth there because I thought it was nice to see it on a white background to try and show those wonderful mossy inclusions. Not moss, just mossy.
I love gemstones with inclusions.
Yeah, me too, because I think they could become sensory pieces, couldn't they? Like you can look at them, you get lost in them for hours.
Yes, it took me ages to just pick which ones I was going to use.
Yeah, I bet, because they are, and some of them are sort of orange inclusions, aren't they? And then some of them have like blues, some of them have golds. It's remarkable to see. It's almost like rutilations, but not. $39.95 is your web price. Look, some of these look like they've got seascapes. Some of them look like they've got trees rustling in the wind. Please excuse me. $29.95, that's £1 a carat of a gemstone. That is an absolute treasure to behold. This is aquamarine, moss aquamarine, totally natural from Mozambique. Very, very beautiful, completely unique against any other gemstone as well. Christina, you've got yours. Perth and Kinross, a collector. Glenda in Manchester, collector in Suffolk. Catherine in Cornwall. Leslie in County Durham. You are all shopping. It's wonderful to have your company. Look at the glow. Look at that gorgeous glow. And you know what? Utilise these little spaces in between. They're kind of like French wire, but a bit thicker. So you could perhaps put them as spaces into your designs. Totally up to you. You've got a lovely graduation on these. It starts 5 by 6 and goes up to 7 by 10 and spreads across a 19 centimetre. I'll tell you what, you know, we've got an Akoya pearl. Stop. Coming up for you. So this really is the absolute jewel of Japan, the Akoya pearl. And if you go to Japan, and I've been there a few times, the Akoya pearl, you go into the airport, into Tokyo airport, they're everywhere. It's crazy for these pearls. They are just beautiful. We've got them coming up for you. We've got this coming up for you. Have a look. Oh, look how round this is. Now this really is a special pearl. It's very unique. Look at the colour. It's completely natural, between 8 and 8.5 millimetres. And could this be any more round? And you have a half drill. It's beautiful, isn't it? You have a half drill there as well. Oh,
So useful, the half drills, aren't they?
they're gorgeous. What a pearl. Belongs in a jeweller's, that does. I'm very, very excited. How many minutes? 40 minutes time. Now, we're going to give you some bundles, some bougie bundles, Danny. In which number, sorry? Oh, over here, yeah. Okay, so this is a double trouble deal for you. And we've got andesine. I just love this colour because you've got oranges and reds in here. You've got some peach tones in here. And I think if you love peach moonstone and you love sunstone, this will go really, really well. In fact, I'm going to put them together. Andesine has a wonderful tone to it. Do you think that works? Do you think these could go in between each gemstone? But then I'm going to put them with my jadeite, and I think that works really, really well. I just so happen to have those two strands on. You've got rondelles. Rondelles are always going to be wonderful to work with your bead loom. Rondelles are always going to be perfect to take a section and put on a slider bracelet. They're going to be great for that. You just somewhere like that amount and then slider bracelet it. Now we're going to give you andesine for £10 a strand. You better be quick on the nose. We've only got 16 chances, so this is stock versus clock on these deals. They will go up after the show. £20 on the nose, £10 strand. Do you know, if you put these with gold jump rings, they look beautiful. You could do stacker bracelets with these. They'll look perfect. I just think this is a remarkable opportunity. Collector in Tyne and Way, you've got yours. Jean, Barbara in the Shire, collector in Cheshire, Alan in Bedfordshire, you're there. Collector in Lincolnshire, Perth and Kinross, Jean in Cardiff, you've joined us. I think I mentioned you, Jean. And now you've had 4 mentions, Jean, now 5. 6 chances at £20. Question, when is that pearl coming up? I absolutely love it. Kaylee, how are you? 5:45, my darling. Isn't it lovely to have Becky back as well? Now, we're going to give to you. You're on about the ovals, aren't you, yeah? Right, now this strand, I've seen this strand before, and it is a double trouble strand. But I want you to notice you've got an oval here, and they're drilled here, drilled here. So the ideal thing is to put two, like this is the easiest thing you could possibly do, is to put, well, I think anyway, memory wire around both, and then you've got a ring. But you could take it into another level then. You could start to make a real lovely shoulder setting with your wire, bring it together, and then have, in fact, very much like, you know, the ring we saw of Alison Tarry's where she had those lovely shoulders, the rings. Very much like that. You could do something like that. But then you've got a really fantastic graduation on this strand. So I want you to really home in on that graduation. Have a look. They have a double drilling to them. And this is ideal for a ring, but also you could use those in a bracelet. You can see how ideal that is straight away. It looks like a fingernail if I do that in a ring, can't you? It just works so well. So you've got 2 strands. Now fluorite is a gemstone that's going to give you so much colour. You've got the greens, you've got the purples, you've got the incredible golds. Now fluorite is a gemstone that glows as well. It will change colour in UV light. The word fluorescent derives from this gemstone. Look at your price, £15 for both, £7.50 a strand. I mathed, did that by myself. If I had a tail, I'd wag it. MCXC09, and here you are, Claire in Bristol, collector in Cheshire, Lincolnshire, Michelle of Rossshire, collector in Suffolk, collector in Middlesex, Maureen in the Shire, Jane and Steve join the queue, Sarah joins the queue, Laura in Oxfordshire, you're there. This is such a great one, look. You could weave with these beautifully.
Macrame in between them would work well.
Macrame, perfect idea. And you only need to use one because they're all quite focal, aren't they? Yeah. £15, 2 chances. Now, where'd you get that from? Ooh, gorgeous. Lovely little drops. And actually, this will work in Mel's challenge. You could do something like this with that. I love, do you know something? We haven't had that many Bracelet drops lately. And what you'll notice is not just 1, but 2 little spacer beads in between each one. I don't know why they've given us 2. That's brilliant. You get more than you bargain for. Can you see that? You get 2 spacer beads. These make lovely anklets. You know, like belly dancers' chains around their tummies? I think they'd look great with that. Not around my tummy, but around a belly dancer's or someone who's got that lovely slim tummy. Look at that colour. Aren't these beautiful? Look at the depth of purple. Look at the greens in these. Remember, these glow. And to know fluorite, to have fluorite is to absolutely love it. £15 on the nose. We've only got 10 chances. You're going to have to be very, very quick. Collector in Cheshire, you've got yours. Double Trouble Fluorite, faceted drops. WJXC18 is your item code. Incredible. Incredible. Apparently we've got some amazing oh yeah, I did see those actually. I wonder what they were. Yeah, I really like these. So that's next. Where did I get this from, Danny? Sorry, Jewellery Makers. I need to know each time. Sorry, Danny, just because we got in trouble the other day. Forgot to tell you guys that. No, apparently there's a new thing they forgot to tell us. We've just got to make sure everything goes back. So what Tom's been doing, he goes to me, you got that from 19. No, not just our shift. We're not the bad shift side for it. Yeah, but I don't know where it comes from, do I? No. I don't, because I have a lot to remember when I'm talking. They don't get it. They don't get you've got to concentrate on what you got and then you forget what box it comes from. Now, have a look. You have got here. Now, everything. Yeah, but there's so many empty boxes, you just end up putting it wherever's nearer. Right, so here we go. You've got, do you know that horse bit finding? This is very similar to that. Now, everybody's going wild for the horse bit finding at the moment. It is really in. There's a designer there's a designer, Holland Cooper, that uses it. There's lots and lots of different jewellery designers that are using it. And it's really in, not just in jewellery, but in belts, in design in general. There's a bracelet that's doing the rounds at the moment that my daughter's nearly 20 and it's the thing, no she's not, she's nearly 19, she's had a year onto her life. So it's a leather like a bracelet, but in a big thick leather band, and it's just got this, very similar, but hers is in silver on the front of it. And know, it's like £120, her friend bought it her for her birthday. Now, you've got both of these, but they're clasps. So what I would be doing is I'd be putting this with gold. Putting this with pearls, she's saying. And what you do is, it's really, really secure. I don't want to break my nails by opening it, but I might have to. No, I'm not going to. Actually, it's a good thing that this is more difficult to open, because what you don't want is your bracelet being on and it just undoing. You actually probably need someone to undo this for you. Do it up yourself really easily. Let me see if I can undo it with a tweezer, or get Dan to do it, because you don't mind if your nails... You don't mind opening this for me, Dan, do you, please? Have you got delicate nails, or are you grand? The thing is, I've been the whole of lockdown trying to grow these, and I'm quite proud of them. And now I'm never going to have extensions again, I hope. Can you do it, Dan? So here, it's here. See the catch? It's here. Like there. One side's the hinge and one side's the catch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Got it? He's got it, everyone. Thank you. Now, I'll show you how easy they are to do. This will break Dan's heart, but they are very, very intricate and detailed. I'm very in right now, I can't do it. Hang on, I might be able to do it on this one. Is it bad that I've got the Chuckle Vision song in my head as well at the same? Oh, that's why, because you were calling it Double Trouble Fluorite. Can you do it? Will I show you? I don't want to put my mouth to it, that's the thing. To me, to you. It does open. I've got these open like 100 million times, but they are not easy to open.
Too fair, I've got bad dexterity.
Oh, you've got bad dexterity. You don't point your broken finger at me. Now I feel awful. No, you were doing the hinged end. That's wrong. What's wrong with you?
Oh, right, okay. Sorry.
Don't be sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know you had bad dexterity. Now, well, I'm trying to open them, Danny. Well, actually, it's a good thing that they're difficult to open because I don't want my pearls just going off willy-nilly. MNX, aren't they beautiful though? They're so pretty. Are you okay? Did I hurt your fingers?
No.
Have you had these, Mel?
No.
Let's see if Mel can undo one. How's your dexterity? Like you'll see straight away that I've got like the... Oh no! Let's have a look at the picture. We're ready for the deal. There's so many of you trying to get these. £4 a clasp.
Oh dear.
Gold and rose gold on cubic zirconia. £8 on the nose, everybody. Do you see, Melly? They're quite, do you see, like they are really substantial. They're really hard wearing, aren't they?
Yes.
Do you think you're going to be able to do it, or do you think you're going to struggle as well to open them? Let's have a competition, see who can open theirs first. It's like the Krypton factor. Da, 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 da. Oh no, that's not the... Done it! So what you do is... you open them up. You open them up like that.
Yeah, I've done it as well.
Oh, Mel's done hers too. You open it up like that. So you'd undo it. Like that. And then it goes back on. And then you clip it shut. Listen for the click. There you go. And then basically, that's not going to fall off your wrist or your neckline ever, ever. You know, even if you get caught on something, have you ever done that? Got caught, it's so embarrassing, isn't it? When your necklace gets caught on something, like pretty much takes your head back and you're like, ah! £8, MNXC, 10 is your item code. I love that finding, I love them. I'd actually think they'd make nice earrings. Tell me where that, thank you, that's exactly what I want from you. It's only taken me 6 months to get him to do that. Now,
I'll come and put this one back.
thanks, Melly. What did you think of those? They're nice,
Yeah,
aren't
they're
they?
beautiful, aren't they?
Thank you, darling.
No problem.
So here we have, is this K2? K2. These boys, so Danny went, it's funny because you get two and it's called K2, and they both went, "Ree," which to you might not be funny, but when it's in my ear, you can't not chuckle. Because instead of going, because what it was, over lockdown, the boys kept panting in my ear and I told them off, because every time they were, as a joke, like every time they made a joke, they went like this. And I was like, you need to stop panting in my ear with your hammy tongues out. It's disgusting. So now they go, "Ree," instead of panting. I quite like the "ree." I like it when you do panty-ree. Or sometimes you do "ree-panty." I don't know what's going on. We're supposed to be professional today. It's our new format day. Here we go. You've got. Don't you think it looks like pressed flowers, pressed poppies in K2 Jasper. I always say that. Really, really big point of interest, isn't it? Jasper is said to be the king's gemstone, darlings. £10 on the nose. ZLX C36, your double trouble deal. It's such a brilliant price, isn't it? Collector, you've got yours. Karen, Julie, Anthony, Cheshire, you've got yours. Collector in Suffolk, Morag, Rosalind, North Yorkshire joins us. Well done. It's so lovely, isn't it? It's such a unisex gemstone to wear as well. I'd say.
I can't say I'd come across it until working here.
Have you not?
No.
Love Jasper. So many different forms of Jasper.
Yes. Yeah, but the K2 one, when I've been out doing craft fairs and things, I've come across lots of Jasper, but not the K2.
Oh, not the K2?
No.
Now, I think a lot of things like that you can say that about with Jewellery Maker, can't you? Onyx. Now, sorry to point. Do you know we don't get a lot of onyx because in the Asian market they believe this to be very spiritual gemstone. So actually they seek in Asia they buy most of it and then there's none left for us. Look at these onyx drops. These are beautiful. Angels' bodies. Then you can do the wings and they can hang. These are perfect if you want to make a big wirework dream catcher and you want something to weigh it down. Maybe you're working and doing like a little wind chime for the garden, but you want it to be in genuine gemstone. It's got to be this onyx strand. Look, I've never seen purple onyx before. That's beautiful. They're dyed to give you that colour. I'm only going to presume. Yes, yes they are. But look at that. Look. This is gorgeous. You can make the most amazing daisies with these. Look at the colours. So both strands are really different to the next, actually. So you've got lots of lovely colour here, lots of lovely colour here. I really, really love this strap. Look at this one. Have you got Alison Tarry's Daggers DVD? It's not called that because that was a killy name. I think it's called Wirework Projects like 3 or something. We must look that up because I keep referring to it. Look at this colour here. Beautiful. Listen to how they clang together. I love that sound. You don't like that sound? You don't like clang? You don't like clanging? I think that might be my microphone making a funny noise though. Now look at the spacers with these as well. Mel, have you ever used big long gemstones like this?
No, I haven't. I'd quite like to try some wire wrapping with them.
Definitely. What would you do with these? Where would you wrap the wire?
Probably spiral it gently round. And maybe even make more of a focal piece around and have that one of those sort of going through the centre of it. But they are really useful, sort of unusual shapes as well, aren't they?
Definitely, they're beautiful. I think this is a very unique bundle, actually. £4.50 a strand. Oh, it's such a great price. PDXC 48, we've only got 24 opportunities. Elizabeth, Collection Lincolnshire. We've got Sue, Linda. We've got Sally Ann, we've got Phyllis. We've got, oh, your names are going so quickly. Rosalind, Virginia, Julie, Ros. I have got Karen, Collector in Surrey, Collector in Sussex. Dell, Gabby, Joan, Virginia. I have got Deborah. I have, oh gosh, so many of you. Claire, the names are going so fast. This is going to sell out. So we've only got 8 left, and I've got about 15 unchecked baskets. Jonathan, Louise, you've got to check out. You're going to miss out.
The trend of doing the different coloured earrings would work well with those as well.
Do you know, that I think there's so much you could do with them. There's so many, because they're really different, you get kind of excited, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And this golden flora is beautiful. So Laura Binding did, we got Laura Binding tomorrow, and we've got Joe. I haven't seen Joe for ages, so I messaged Joe actually during the break and said, how are you feeling about your first ever masterclass? And Joe said, I'm just putting the final touches to a second colourway. I'm so excited. We are really looking forward to it, Joe. We can't wait. Now, I'm going to show you, get 2 of these strands, and they're like piano keys, but Laura Binding did a ring out of a very similar shape, and it was all wire wrapped. But she, Danny, have you got the picture of what Laura did to the kyanite that was the other day, that was the same shape. We're going to show you what you can do with a similar shape of gemstone, because Laura had a kyanite loose gemstone challenge. Ooh, when was it? What day are we on? It was Tuesday. Was it Monday? Monday or Tuesday? Hey, it was a particularly mishap-free show with Laura, that one, because usually when me and Laura are together, something crazy happens. And we were pretty mishap-free that day. No husbands were locked out by Laura. No dogs were howling. It was great. Look what Laura did with a similar shape. How beautiful. It's beautiful. She's great, isn't she? And her hair looked wonderful, didn't it? Did you see the show?
I didn't,
Oh, it's
unfortunately.
brilliant.
I was working.
Laura's grown her hair in lockdown and I love it. It looks great.
Oh, right.
I couldn't believe she hadn't been, like, it looks great. She's done it herself. It looked fantastic. Do you know you can get this gemstone in Derbyshire? She grew her own hair, says Bruce. All right, Bruce, but you know what I mean. We're all doing our own hair at the moment. Well, no, we can get in now, can't we? I don't know, can we yet? Dan, you grew your hair yourself. Well, actually, somebody did mention when the other new team came in, they went, Dan, your hair, it's massive. And you know what, Dan? They're just jealous.
Yeah.
Okay. Double trouble yellow bars. How I wonder what you are. It's not even funny. It just seemed to work, didn't it? You've never heard me laugh. So Sam, he's doing an impression of a Jack Russell now. £9. That's £4.50 a strand. You get two. Look at that. It is the full Bantelope hour. That's what we call ourselves, the Bantelope. We have to do a little... When we talk about ourselves, we have to do a little secret signal. KUXC80, double trouble yellow fluorite. Double trouble yellow fluorite, how I wonder... Oh, it doesn't work the second time around, does it? Oh, yellow fluorite bars. That's it. And you know, you can make crosses out of this. I think it's beautiful. Yellow fluorite might just be one of my favourite fluorites, because you know with me with yellow, we love each other. Well, I love it. Look at this one in particular. Look at the striations. That's amazing, isn't it?
It's like a desert scene, isn't it?
Definitely. Yeah, do you know what it is? Like in a sandstorm.
Yeah.
Imagine being in a sandstorm now. That's no way to go, is it?
No,
I'd hate that. It isn't, because not only are you stinging in the eyes, but also up the nose and in the throat when you try and scream. It would be horrible. And no one can see you because it's a sandstorm.
My sister lives in Tenerife. And
I thought you were about to tell me your sister had been in a sandstorm.
No, but what they do get, I can't remember what they call them, but it's when the wind brings all the sand over. And it literally, it's like raining sand.
I'd say that's a sandstorm,
Yeah,
you know.
everything gets covered.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Where are we going to now, Danny? These are beautiful. Sorry, I am having to lean over here. I mean, there's quite a health and safety mishap waiting to happen there. Now, pearly Chalcedony, you're going to love this. This is full on bouge. You know, if you're making angels, you need this.
Ooh.
Have you ever made a wirework angel, Mel?
I've done, yes, little, only small ones,
Yeah.
but I've done earrings.
Aren't they a lovely thing to do,
Yes,
though?
yeah.
Don't you think you could do big ones and
Oh.
put them on your Christmas tree?
Definitely, yeah. That's absolutely stunning.
What Bruce said, that would be the bougiest Christmas. Bruce, you have to up your game now. You live in the countryside when it comes to the Christmas tree. You can't just be having, you know, I mean, you've got to have one out in the front garden as well. Have you got a front garden? Yeah, he has, because he's, yeah. You've got to think about Christmas now. Don't let yourself down. Now, look at these, £5 a strand. They're beautiful. So that's £2.50, isn't it, each? And they're beautiful, they're huge. I think these make really bougie key rings, I do.
Yeah, yeah. I'm really into key rings.
And me, I'm heavily into key rings. I love
Yeah.
them. I've just ordered myself a personalised key ring from Johnny Loves Rosie, and I'm really excited. It's like a... I'll talk to you later about this. £10, because I think key rings are a big new accessory thing. No, I'm jewellery making talking. They're a big thing. People are going wild for key rings right now. We don't want boring keys. We don't.
One of mine's amethyst heart key ring I've got.
Amethyst heart.
Yeah.
See, that is quite bougie, Mel. Mel can be part of the bougie clock crew, you know.
Thank
She's got
you.
an ametrine key ring. That's full on bouge. That's mighty bouge, isn't it? Now, pyrite. Here we go. I really love these tubes, but don't they look great with the rounds in between? That'd be like, again, that sort of Mad Max feel to these.
I'd love to get some of the large pearls and put a pearl and have them.
What, like
in
a shell
tubes.
pearl, a big one?
A large, yeah, and put the shell tube in between them.
Yeah, I agree.
Like a spacer. Just to sort of, because then you've got that feminine, but you've also got that masculine feel to it, which is a bit different.
Tiffany & Co at the moment do like what looks like big crimp tubes in between pearls. Have you seen it?
No.
Have a look at their pearl pieces. Oh my gosh, £4 a strand. That's incredible. Quickly, jewellery makers, go and have a look at Tiffany & Co.'s pieces on their website. Look at their pearl necklaces and bracelets and you'll see what I mean.
Oh,
Pearl,
right.
and it looks like a giant spacer. I say giant, it's probably about crimp tube, probably about 3 times bigger than our normal crimp tubes.
Right, yeah.
So not massive, but it's a really nice design concept. I really like it. It's because it's simple, isn't
Yes,
it?
yeah.
And sometimes simplicity is key, and you can really identify with that with these. And I think the thing is with pyrite, it's already making a statement in its luster, in its metallic luster, in its wonderful golden tone. So you don't really need to over-egg the pudding with these. But I also think you could be quite industrial with them. There's ever such a lot you can do. Julie, Sally Ann, Emma, Carolyn, Lynn, Norma, Diane. I've got Karen, Julie, Pamela. I've got Collector in Torfan, Suffolk, Bristol, Clary, Collector in Cheshire, Julie in Durham, Emma Joy. Loads and loads of you there. Not long to our Akoya pearl. Where did I get that from? Jasper. Jasper. Don't you think Jasper sounds quite posh? Jasper.
Oh,
Do you love, look, can you see faces? I love stuff like this. Look, it's so structured. This is amazing, isn't it? Oh my gosh, I can see like a human led down in there. It's like cave paintings.
Oh, they're graduated size. Oh, I do like that.
Gorgeous. I can't stop looking at it. Both strands actually are very mesmerising. Is mesmeric a word, or did I just make it up? They're mesmeric. Does it basically mean mesmerising? So what's the point in mesmerising if you can just use mesmeric? Look, can you see a man's face there? He's got a beard and he's smiling. Can you see it? Can you see it, Dan?
Oh, yeah.
I think these are fabulous, but I can also see sort of black and white roses. I think this is Pinolith Jasper, and it's from Australia, Pinolith Jasper. We've got 19 in stock, and do you know what? This will work really well with Mookite.
You can't go wrong with monochrome though, can you? Black and white.
Never.
No.
You could, and everyone can wear black and white.
And they'd make fantastic cufflinks.
Yeah. Oh, they would. The smaller ones would make brilliant cufflinks. 10 of these in baskets. We've only got 13 chances. Manjeet, Aileen, Linda Sue, Virginia, Christine, Abiola, Rosemary, Josephine. You've got yours. Karen, Debbie, Anne, Collector in Cheshire, Margaret, Diane, Irene. You've got yours. Gosh, there's loads of you. This is going to sell out. £7.50 a strand. They are. But what did it remind you of, Dan, did you say? Cat people, did you say?
Yeah.
Cat people.
It looked like the man you pointed out looked like a man cat.
The man I pointed out looked like a man cat. Well, there is such a thing. Hang on, there is that character. Where is that from?
It's not a person.
Hmm?
It's not a person.
I don't know what he's saying. And I got that from number 8, did I?
11.
Sorry. Where am I going now? Thank you. 13, eh? 13. Ooh. Is this dendrite? Dendritic. Agate. Yeah, 2 strands. These are kind of bundled together a lot. Shouldn't really do that with gemstones because you can break them. Do as I say and not as I do. It's like my parenting all over again. Now, tassel strands, so you can use the tassels. But again, you know what? This will go with the pinolith Jasper really nicely because it's blacks and whites. I think these are individual pendants. Ah, that was your train of thought, was it, Danny? Ah, wow, what a refreshing change. Double... Danny says, right, I'm not giving you the box number for these. You can find their own way home. He's a 1, isn't he? Jewellery makers, look. Doesn't this look like an owl's, like what is it? The part of the owl that's that kind of, like an owl's chest kind of thing. You know where it's all like speckled in?
Yes.
That's what that reminds. But you can see a cat lying down. Where?
So with the shape of those, you could quite easily make a wire owl's head and
Definitely.
wings to go around them.
I love owls. Hardly see them, do you? You can hear them though. Definitely got one right near my bedroom because I can hear it hooting all night.
Yeah, we've had hedgehogs in the garden.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, I love
I have to
hedgehogs.
turn my electric fencing off at night now.
Yeah, they don't want to zap off of that, do they?
No, unfortunately one did. It was all right. I took it to the vets and, well, to the local wildlife hospital, and they checked it over and said he was absolutely fine, so he could go back. So now, as I say, I shut the chickens up and then turn the fencing off at night.
Oh, watch for them foxes then now.
Yeah, well, the house is shut, so they're fine. They won't get the chickens, and the poor little hedgehogs won't get zapped.
Oh, I don't want a zappy hedgehog.
No.
KEXC49, your price for both strands. You didn't, it was £15, sorry, it didn't change, it was £15.
Sorry, that was me talking.
Don't be silly. It was me as well. There's always a good time to talk about hedgehogs, because I love them. They're so cute. Now, sodalite. This would go very nicely if you bought Hayley Kruger's kit. I really like these drops. And I think, you know what, sodalite's going to go with everybody, isn't it? Whoever you are. I mean, Dan's got his denims on today. They call him Denim Dan outside of work. These will go with your denim blues, but they'll work really well in, this is like a double denim, isn't it? They work really well in pendants, they work really well in earrings. You can bring these together as flowers. You've got a drop here that's going to work with, you know, wire work, anything like that.
Oh, sorry. Crisp white T-shirt with a necklace, just restrand.
Yeah, because it'll pop, won't it, with that? Really good for a holiday.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
TJXC 97 39.90 is not your price. Akoya pearl coming up very shortly. £10 on the nose, that's £5 a strand. Let's go shopping.
And there's a lot on a strand.
Yeah, there is loads, isn't there? I'm not counting them because they'll be here forever. I just think they're great drops though. I actually think drops are really nice in anklets. I take the smaller ones and put them all the way around the anklet. I'm a big fan of anklets, you know. There's something about them that makes you feel summery. I'm wearing my anklet. You saw my ankle earlier. You don't go wearing anklets in the winter. They're a summer accessory, aren't they? You can't just willy-nilly go out wearing an anklet. You got to know it's the summertime. You can't be going out in your winter boots with an anklet. First of all, it'll dig in. It hurts. What did I have on the other day? Trainers. Kept digging in while I was doing my PT in the garden. Didn't suit me lunging. £10. Here we go. Sue says, what are you doing to me? All my favourites, one after the other at amazing prices. going to have to put a bigger house, going to have to get a bigger house at this rate. Sue, how about a she cave in the garden? A she shed? Karen says, I'm loving the double troubles, checking out too many times. Is there too many times though? You're not going to the pub. You're not going to the restaurants. There's worse things we could be spending our money. I don't think I'm... Everyone's like, oh, you're going out Super Saturday.
Nope.
Is it open today, the pubs? Tomorrow? I'm not bothered.
No.
Are you bothered?
No,
I'm not bothered.
not at all.
I mean, I don't want the trade to die, but I'm just like going to be the kind of girl that only goes out to dinner during really special occasions, like back in the 80s. Because then it's more special, isn't it?
Well, to go to a place like that, it's who you go with, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say so.
So, you know.
Definitely.
And if you're sort of a bit of a loner, then you don't really...
I'm a loner, and my kids don't want to come to the pub with me. Well, the girl will, not the boy. He hates pubs. Now it's time for that Akoya pearl. We are about to bring you the most beautiful, very, very round Akoya pearl. So the Akoya pearl is a Japanese pearl, and this particular one is half drilled for you, which means you can make your little loop and put this straight into a pendant. I just wanted to show you on a head pin there how deep the drilling was, so that you could, I mean, this to me is definitely a pendant. I would absolutely, if I could afford it, and I'm not sure where Dan is going to go with this, but if I could afford it, I'd buy 3 so that I've got a suite of jewellery. But if you wanted to put this into a ring, I think it would work really well. So you've got some depth there on your pearl, but look how round this is. The Akoya pearl is from a particular species of oysters, and they are just beautiful, and they are grown, or they are cultivated in Japan. They are absolutely the jewel of Japan. They're beautiful. They're from the Akoya oyster, and they are so beautiful that I mean, they are heavily sought after the world over. Akoya pearls do tend to come out extremely round and of the perfect colour, so you can see exactly why they're such a luxury in the gemstone world, and they are just exactly that. Now, we're going to give to you a fantastic deal, but you're going to have to be really quick. Now, I've just gone onto internet and I'm looking at single Akoya pearl pieces. So in Winterson's, one single Akoya pearl on a bale is £560. Let me see. I mean, they range, but genuine Akoya pearls, you're going to pay a premium for. I've got an Akoya pearl earring set here, Tiffany & Co, £345, and they are very small pearls. So know this, Tiffany & Co use Akoya pearls. Vintage Akoya pearls, we're talking a lot more. I'm seeing a necklace here for £1,800. There's an engagement ring. I mean, if we're seeing Tiffany & Co use a gemstone, we're also seeing engagement rings, vintage auctions for vintage jewellery. We know we've got something very special in our collection. Please get your certificate of authenticity for this one, so that you know when you sell it on, you can pass that information on, and the Akoya pearl can perhaps then grow in value over time. Perhaps. Are you ready? Because we're going to give you an exceptional deal, which means we're going to give you 1 minute to get yourself sorted, poised, ready to shop. If you don't do that, you're going to miss out, and I don't want anyone missing out on this deal. You're already on the phone lines. I know there's a small queue. If you could just hold on a sec, and as soon as we give you the details, you're ready to hit that #1 button. You have got June's Birth gemstone in this beautiful format from the Akoya oyster. We bring you all the way from Japan an Akoya pearl, a single Akoya pearl. Now, we're supposed to have these only during pearl shows or pearl events. We might have a pearl weekend, a bridal weekend. But Danny, sneakily, like the Hamburglar, went in with his little black and white tights and he took it and then he put it in our show. And so, my darling, darling jewellery makers, I give to you your details for the Japanese Akoya pearl. Are you ready? Here comes your item number. UCR 083. We're going straight to your price because there's loads of interest already. Already you're coming in droves. Oh, well done. I don't know where he's going. Okay, I reckon you're going at... or you want me to go back to that? So I found... There's 1, 2, 3 Akoya pearls in the Winterson collection in a bracelet. It's £490. Let me go right up to the top. Wait there. £210 for a pair of earrings. £560 for one single Akoya pearl on a bail. Then Tiffany & Co. Akoya pearl earrings, £345. And those are 6mm rounds. You've got an 8mm round here. Quarter of the stock has already gone and sold out. Virginia takes 2, Aileen, Collector takes 3, Alan, Diane, Jonathan, $34.95, and away you go. This is a genuine Akoya pearl. No wonder you're buying these in 2s and 3s. Suffolk, that's exactly what I would do, get 3 of them. Diane, Jonathan, Collector in the Shire, Amanda, Stephanie, Rosie. You've got yours, you've got to check out. Make sure you don't miss out on this one. You could, yeah, earrings and a pendant, definitely. Or a ring, actually, because I think when you've got that half drilling, you can. Stephanie, you've got to check out, so is Gloucestershire. Lots and lots of you there for this one. We've only got 9 chances, over half the stock's gone. UCR 083, that is your price. Check out your baskets. Buckinghamshire takes 2, Amanda takes 2, Collector in Suffolk takes 3, Rosie takes 2, Alan, Aileen, Diane, Virginia, you've all checked out. Sandra, Jonathan, Collector in the Shire, Stephanie, you need to check out. There's a small queue forming on the phone lines. You're now ready to hit your number 1 button and you can go through on the automated system. A perfect white round, and we're not saying, what is it we normally say when we're not sure if something's near? We're not saying near rounds. We're not saying maybe round, we're saying it's round. We are putting our heads on the block like Anne Boleyn. UCR 083. Here we go. Yep, Gemporia, we are under that Gemporia umbrella. Gemporia give you great prices for Akoya pearls. We're lucky because we can give them to you too. We are Gemporia too. Okay. Fire. Do-do-do. Ba-na-ba-na-ma. Okay, come and look at this fiery opal. It's lovely. That's beautiful. Isn't it gorgeous? We've 12 of these available. Isn't it? And don't you think it's like sunset over, like, if you're ever anywhere, like at the beach, and you go to watch the sunset, that's what this reminds me of. I used to do that when I worked in Manly in Australia. You see the most amazing sunsets there. Because you're on your own, you sort of think, oh, I'm going to go for a stroll. This is absolutely one of those strands. $10.95 for Mexican fire opal. I put 3 of these together in a ring and they would definitely go with gold. I've got to be really quick because we are running out of time and I'm chatting away like we've got another hour. Collector in Suffolk, I tell you what, Danny says I'm gas bagging everyone. Collector in Cheshire, Sue, Karen, Jonathan, the Shire, Virginia takes 2 of these. Loads of you shopping. Larimar, he's just casually coming out. Where did I get that from, please? Where did I get these from? Larimar. Ooh, I had this strand the other day, didn't I? It's beautiful, really pretty. We've only got 3 of these. Larimar, a beautiful gemstone from any one place in the world, the Dominican Republic, and you really get those oceans. So I remember exactly what I said about this strand, because there is definitely a piece here, and you can see it throughout all of these actually, where it feels like you're looking into clear waters and you've got white sand underneath. That's the colour. That's the colour you see, isn't it? You could be anywhere. You could be in the Caribbean, and that white sand with that amazing crystal clear water, but you've got those ripples of blue. Oh, it's beautiful. What an amazing strand. It gives me goosebumps, this does. I love it. WOJN98 is your item code.
The texture on it makes you want to just stroke it.
It is
just
gorgeous,
touch
isn't
it.
it?
It's
£49.95 is your price. You're going to have to be very, 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 very quick. Now, I've got to go with it. Where was that from? Number where now? Who now? And where? Sorry, Jewellery Makers, I've got to... Tomorrow we've got an amazing bead box. Just thought I'd slip that one in. Smoky quartz. What an enchanting gemstone this is. The national gemstone of Scotland. Look at the sparkle. Doesn't it go well with the moon, with the peach moonstone? Look at those together. Love that together. These are whoppers. They're going to give you some luster. They're serious, aren't they? And you've got clarity. If I take my hand away, you can see the. Can you see the clarity? It's kind of it's very deep, but you can see it. Do you think this will go really well with amber? Because I just think they're a great combination. Did I say amber? Oh, that's how you say it. Apparently I did. £9.95. Amber. VEKY Vecky 72. Yes, I like these a lot. I think you'd put them in rings, actually, truth be told. You know the Alison Tarry big square gemstone we saw earlier, and we said wire work rings? This is exactly that. I think this might be one of the... No, it's not actually, because they were brilliant cut, weren't they? But this is perfect for that look, because you've got the most amazing coulee. Probably haven't got time to show it, but how cool is that in a ring? Look at that. It's like a holograph. Is that what I mean? But they are... I mean, you could put them up that way, it'd be quite spiky. You wouldn't want that in a ring, just in case. No, do you remember when we showed the ring? Because we had the loose gemstones, and it was that. Because this could be going into something like that, couldn't it? But they're pyramids if you want them to be.
You can even just glue them onto leather.
Yeah, you could, yeah. Beautiful. Jasper. You've got, what have I got here? I've got Jasper, I've got aventurine by the looks. I've got amethyst, and I've got tiger's eye. But that tiger's eye is something else. That's incredible. Look at the colours. Love that. I know you're probably thinking, Jenny, I want it up that way. I can almost hear you, I think. Look at the spikes. They're great, aren't they? Your pyramids, FKR, U12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They could be cufflinks. They absolutely could.
Oh, they'd make really unusual cufflinks.
They would, wouldn't they? They could definitely be. Absolutely. Thank you so much for your company here today, by the way, Jewellery Makers. We've only got 2 minutes left. Let's squeeze another one in. Where did I get that from? What is it in number 9? Is it like a little... Oh, it's a piece of jewellery that's been made up. 11. I love this. Oh my God, yes, it's gorgeous. I wish I'd seen this sooner. I'm going to buy it if this doesn't sell out. It's absolutely one of my favourites. This is beautiful. Canary kunzite, and it is huge. Sorry, I'm shouting because it's so gorgeous. Are you ready? Are you ready? I don't even think you can be ready. When do you get a canary kunzite? Never here. That is stunning. I need it. That's everything I love about yellow is epitomised in this exact gem. This is the exact one you're going to get. Look at the colour. The sunshine is beaming from this. It's a complete and utter collection. Honestly, if you don't buy this, I don't mind. You've only got one because I am going to buy it. If you don't, Jonathan, you've got yours. It looks like Jonathan's going to take this, but my gosh, That is your price, by the way, Jonathan. If you don't get it, it's fine, because I'll have it. It was $299. If you don't get it, it's fine. I won't hate you. Honestly, this is so beautiful. It's taken my breath away. Sorry, you can't see it. I want to see it. I've got Virginia Allison. And honestly, that is one of the most beautiful gemstones I've seen in months. And I promise you, Virginia got it. I'm jealous of you, Virginia. I might spend all night feeling jealous. Thank you so much,
My
Mel.
pleasure.
Thank you. We'll see Mel in a couple of weeks. But don't go anywhere, because has Becky got a guest now? Becky's got a couple of hours. I think she's got clearance coming up. There's so much coming up. Do not miss out on the gorgeous Rebecca Redican after this. God bless.
Did you know that when you book a Jewellery Maker workshop, you're given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
Buying with Jewellery Maker online couldn't be easier. Just head over to our website, JewelleryMaker.com, and click on the register link. Simply fill in the required fields and you can shop 24/7. You'll also be privy to a faster checkout and personalised offers. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs. You can now book Jewellery Maker workshops online. Just head over to our Jewellery Maker website and click on the workshop link. We have a wide range of workshops from beginner to intermediate, covering a variety of mediums. Once you've found a workshop you would like to attend, simply click on the Book Now button, fill in the required fields, and then press Continue. This will take you through to the payment page. If you have any questions, you can contact our workshop coordinator at any time by emailing workshop@jewellerymaker.com. We look forward to seeing you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. So visit our website for more information. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity, is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you've previously purchased by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker.
If you have a question or query for Jewellery Maker, then contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Email help@jewellerymaker.com or drop us a message on our Facebook page.
At
At Jewellery Maker, we're always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, selected items throughout the day will be put on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to put it into your basket online, or speak to one of our brilliant customer service team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Join us this Sunday on Jewellery Maker for your amazing deal of the day. We've waited 10 years for this gemstone. This really is going to be incredible. We've got the launch of Pad Sapphire. It is incredible. Take a look at this strand. The oranges, the pinks, the sunset colours. It is classic. It's limited edition. Join us this Sunday at 11 o'clock.
Welcome to the late show. Yeah, it's time to get quick, fast, creative, saily, just lights, neon. Whoa! If you've just tuned in, you didn't see me before. Hiya, lovely to see you. My name is Rebecca Reddykin, but you can call me Becky, and I am back after quite a while off, as with a lot of you as well in lockdown and everything else. It's lovely to be back. I've already done 2 hours, and I didn't mess it up that much, which is good. So fingers crossed we'll continue that way. We have got so many treats coming up for you in these last 2 hours, and obviously this is our new format, which, let us know what you're thinking of it. How are you enjoying it? Obviously things like this can take a bit of time to get your head around, but what's your sort of first take on it? I quite like it. I think it feels quite fresh. I said before, it's like tapas. Anyway, it's just like, let's have a little, I don't know, a little patatas bravas now, and then I'll treat myself to a prawn. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. Anyway, we have got for you this evening, Miss It, Miss Out. That's my first hour, and then we're going to be doing clearance. The great thing about this is it's fast moving. So you are going to get, for this hour specifically, lots of quick deals. So if there's something you don't like on air, don't worry, wait a minute or two, something else will be along. I've got something that I think you're going to adore in this first hour though. If I show you this stone, let's have a little, let's use the old noodle. Let's get the, oh, that's not this hour, is it? This is my night owl. Yeah, it's the Sphene this hour, isn't it? I'll show you that in a minute. But have a little nose. This is my night owl. Guess the gemstone. Let me show you it from each angle. It's beautiful, isn't it? Diamond quartz. Coming up for you. Night owl. The night owl is our final deal of the evening, and it's a big one. That is going to be a huge one. We have got Sphene in this hour, and you're going to absolutely fall in love with it if you are a gemstone collector. This Sphene is very, very special. Made even more so, I would say. Oh my gosh, honestly, you look down through the table of this and the dispersion is magical. This is like a rainbow cacophony, because this is not just any old Sphene. This is your Sphene all the way from one of the most prestigious gem locations in the world. Yep, Madagascar. This is on its way for you in this hour. This is serious, exceptional quality. It's such a special gem, and we'll talk more about it shortly. Don't forget, I've got your wall of fame tonight. I love a wall of fame. I love seeing what you've been making, because I'm a creative too, and it just really inspires me. So I'm looking forward to that. It's about an hour away. We're going to do it just after 7. Say that to me again, love. Oh, don't mind if I do. Oh, let's do an opal. Did you get the lightning ridge opal that I did before? Amazing, right? Whoa. I'm flipping it. Okay, let me see. When I look into opal, my mind's mainly asking one question. There's a few, but there's mainly asking one. It's saying, when I'm moving this, can I see more than 3 colours in one stone? If I can, I'm likely to have their AAA grade quality. That is creme de la creme. If I can see 3 distinctive different colours in one stone, I'm likely to have that grade. I can see those 3 colours, and in some, let me just double check. Yeah, I can see 4. I can see 4 colours in some of these opal. That means we have got absolute ultimate quality. Now, the great thing about these is that quality has been depicted for you, which is why you've got that really unique shape. That shape has been cut so that you just get the good stuff, okay? So yeah, we could have calibrated these, made them one size, but we've gone, no, let's just get the real creme de la creme of the crop, of the pick, of the yield, and let's cut to that. That is exactly what we've done. You have got quality of the extreme in this, and we're going to go under £60 today. $16.95 for you. That is, because in my opinion, $59.95 on this, exceptional deal. That's a brilliant deal because of the amount of colour. Do you know what? Let's go right on into the very end. Be honest here, in those smallest ones that are around about a sort of 3x8, can you see colour in the smallest ones? You can, can't you? What colours can you see in them? Greens, blues, that's sold out. Well done to you. Let's bring you now, this is gorgeous. One of the biggest trends of 2020 is the chunky chain. And I have to say, this is a really nice modern take. You may or may not know, I have a business whereby I essentially craft and upcycle shoes. And chain has been one of the biggest things that I've been commissioned during the lockdown. Loads of people asking for really heavy metal chains on little boots, little anklets, kitten heels, and so much more. What I like about this chain is how substantial it is. How many head pins do you think you'd be able to get through this gold-plated 925 chain to create really OTT waterfall effects? A huge amount, wouldn't you? Absolutely huge, or like a bubble style, should I say. This is a luxury upon luxury with that gold and silver, and because of the size of these links and because of the amount you're getting that exuberance of light. It's luxury on luxury. It's a serious amount, a serious gram weight. Today, the only thing that's not serious is the price. £29.95 for, what was the gram weight again? 9.6 grams in weight you've got on this approximately. That is major. If you went into, or you're shopping online, let's say you shopped online for jewellery, maybe you go to, you try out Argos, maybe you try out, oh my gosh, all words have gone from my mind. I'm trying to think, Claire's Accessories, or you tried H. Samuels, kind of high street jewellers, would you be able to get even a 16-inch chain of this quality and that luxury gold on luxury silver for that price? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. I really do. A lot of the chains that you'll get in those places, you'll be lucky to get a gram's worth in chain. Obviously, they'll be shorter lengths, but you'd be lucky to get a gram's worth of metal. £29.95. Hello, Alan. Yay, Alan, you're still watching. How are you doing? I hope you're having a really good day. Alan's making the most of that one-off P&P today. Irene's in. Hello. I've got a collector in Suffolk. Hi to you. Jane's in. Hi, Jane. I've got... Ooh, now, how am I pronouncing that name? I think this might be a new person to me. Encarna? Encarna? I don't think I've read that name out before. I could be wrong. But if I haven't, hi, nice to meet you. I hope it's Encarna. It's a beautiful name either way. Lovely to meet you. Hi, I'm Becky. Thanks so much for tuning in. Kay, Janice, Jane. I've got Susan in, a collector in Somerset now. Well done. This is a stunner of a chain. Let me just, I know this is a bit ridiculous because it's a metre long. And you could do a full metre if you wanted. But I just wanted to give you an idea. Well, you see, it's like belly button length for me. I mean, I'm only, what? What did I say? Belly button. I did, didn't I? Yeah, that's where my belly button is. I mean, it will vary because I'm Kylie height, like Kylie Minogue. We're similar height. She's a bit smaller, actually. So it might be a bit different for you. Because Adam, this would probably come up sort of... Right, thank you. Thank you for that, and also the signing. We've got $29.95. Well done. Don't forget that very special collector's edition Sphene's on its way for you. I've got now the lapis. I mentioned before, didn't I? I haven't got any lapis lazuli in my collection at the moment. Oh, sorry, what box did you say? You said 1, I heard 21. Apologise. Apologise. We'll go to that in a bit. Ooh. This is going to be a lovely necklace or bracelet collection. Wow. Please tell me how much this is. What I love about howlite is the fact that it's one of those stones that is often treated. A lot of the time it will be treated and coloured and dyed to look like something else. So sometimes places will colour it and dye it and refer to it as like a turquoise stone, and then you read down in the description it says, oh, actually it's howlite, but it's very misleading. And the reason that this is so beautiful and exciting for me is because it's a natural howlite. Because it can be so easily created to look like something else. When you get it naturally, I just feel like it speaks to me more. I can almost feel like the power of it more. And speaking of power, how powerful is that connector? Wow. Every single one of these totally unique. All of this is solid sterling silver. And the wonderful thing is, look, it's completely backed in that sterling silver. So if you're into stamping, etching, engraving, you can personalise that, maybe with a special date, maybe with someone's name. That right there, all the way around either side on this, with a lovely little clasp, that is a necklace for someone very, very special. Or, you know, a centre of a bracelet and a few pairs of earrings maybe to go alongside it. Imagine getting that in a gift box, obviously finished off, but wouldn't that just be incredible? I can't believe this. Okay, we've got an okay quantity. We want to give you an exceptional price. It is last of stock, so everything we have on for you tonight, I've got less than 30 as a general rule. £16.95. In all honesty, I'd pay around that for the connector, just because the amount of sterling silver on the back and that wonderful, almost like Star of David at the front. It's not just your general sort of five-sided, five-pointed star as I would imagine it. It's more of that kind of Star of David look. Really beautiful, really dynamic. And again, it ties in so beautifully with the strand. And I think it's nice that you're able to see those side by side because you see the craftsmanship from us with the cutting, but also the big sizability, on the connector. Got a message in from Liz. Hey up, Liz, from gorgeous Kent. How is this, who is this stranger on my screen? Hello, Becky. How lovely to see you back at JM. Oh, Liz, that's so lovely. I know, I'm back. I said before, it is a little bit like first day back at school. Like, I feel nervous. I feel like, you know, oh, I hope my friends still like me. Do you know what I mean? I feel a bit like that, but I am so glad to be back. And thank you so much for that lovely message. How are you and your family doing, Liz? I hope you're doing brilliantly. I've got June in as well saying, love late show. Can join in after work instead of catching up. Welcome back, Becky. So glad to see you again. I can't wait to see the goodies. Well, it is the late show. No. The goodies of the bargains and the treats and the deals. Get your mind out the gutter. But yes, we have got some real treats coming up for you. Thank you so much for that lovely kind message. Have you still been going in for work, or have you been working from home? Are you being why can't I say due diligent? You know the word I mean. Have you been really strict if you're working from home, or have you been, you know? The amount of my friends who are, you know, working from home, they've got the laptop out in the garden. Do you know what I mean? But hey. I'd love to hear from you. I really would. Let us know what you're up to. What have you learnt in lockdown? I want to know your lockdown learning. Have you learnt anything? 60777 if you want to text us, or get us at JewelleryMaker.com. Oh, well, this is a perfect pairing. So, it's kind of hard to see on the night owl because it's delicate and dainty. But essentially what you've got here is a doubly terminated quartz. But this is a perfectly clear, beautiful quartz. And this one that I'm bringing to you now is your Herkimer quartz, much, much, much larger. Now, they don't actually form in the same way. Herkimer quartz is really unique. Essentially, we call it a doubly terminated stone because you've got the 2 points. So, for example, which ones are you looking at? Them ones. You've got 1 point here and 1 point at the bottom. Can you see that? And the interesting thing is we haven't actually faceted them that way. That is faceted by Mother Nature. And what she almost does is suspends these in pockets in that shape. So, you know, a lot of gemstones, they'll be attached to a geode, won't they? And they'll kind of grow out, say, of a geode that's not what these do. They're almost suspended. I have got for you 118 carats worth of this splendour, and it is referred to in the trade as Herkimer diamond. That's how I learnt about this those years ago when I did my original accredited jewellery professional training with the Gemological Institute of America. I was taught about this very briefly in that instance as Herkimer diamond. When I went on to do further work with Gem A, that's when I learned more about this, and it was referred to as Herkimer diamond. We call it Herkimer quartz so as not to confuse, essentially. You know, we don't want to sound sort of misleading, but this is known by the majority of people as Herkimer diamond, and you can see why. It's not only to do with the doubly terminated points, it's to do with that shine that you get because of this natural sort of suspension of light. We're bringing to you 118 carats worth. That carat weight on this stone is incredible. I'm lucky if I get to see 80 carats worth on a strand as a general rule. That's a huge carat weight for such a small price. It's last to stock. We've got less than 30 now. We're rolling down. We've got less than 30 pretty much everything in this hour, so it's fast, it's furious, it's fun, it's bargain town. $19.95 is today's deal on this one. It's such a luxurious look. It's such a sensational sparkle, and it really has got that on-trend rough nugget design. I really like the sort of rough nugget design. I think it's really an eye-catching shape. Oh, what's her name? Oh, sorry. I'm rubbish with celebrities. Gwyneth Paltrow. She's the one who does Goop, isn't it? Yeah. She's got some of these shapes in her line at the moment. Wow. This is my third strand in this shape. I would definitely put this with the pink tourmaline I did before. It was in one of Mel's kits. This is your ruby in this incredible shape, which I almost think seems to change before your eyes. So I would look at it that side and think, lovely rondelles, quite traditional. If you're wearing this on your neckline and someone stands to the side of you, this is probably the look that they will get. But then as they move and you move and they see you face on, all of a sudden you see this much more dynamic, much more edgy, much more, I would say, contemporary saucer shape. I'll just get rid of the black background. You know, trying to make it smooth. There you go. You can see a little bit more dynamic, can't you? The sparkle's incredible as well, right? I almost feel like this looks like two different stones. This is your kind of edgy modern, this is your glitz spectacular. I'm bringing you the look of two in one. It is natural and it is Sri Lankan. When we talk about Sri Lanka, we are talking about some of the most enigmatic stones that are out there. $37.95 it should be, it has been. However, I'm in my last chance saloon on this. When I say last chance saloon, that means I've got less than 30. So we're bringing to you for the final 7 now with the checkouts. I'm loving that you're being quick on this, it's really good. $17.95. The great thing about you popping this in your basket and checking out, it's a real benefit for you because it means that first off, you're not then stuck in a queue of people maybe on the phone because you've got in early. Second off, you know you pay the final closing price. And third off, it's not that kind of panic mode that people are in now when I can tell you that now officially there's more in baskets than I have availability. So it's like, go, 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 go. But also the great thing is when you check it out quickly, it means we can move on quicker. So basically you get to see more product. So thank you very much for checking out. Say that again, lovely. This is such a dynamic strand. When we think about sapphire and ruby, I think clarity is one of those words that comes to mind, right? the fact of the matter is, it's not a given. It's not granted that you will always get ruby and sapphire. And one of the things that I was kind of most shocked about when I learnt this about gemstones of these names, these big gemstones, sapphire, ruby, emerald, was that when you go out and buy them, say on the high street, or not just the high street, big high-end jewellery suppliers who supply the world, selling pieces at auction for thousands and thousands of pounds, a lot of those pieces will have been treated, and one of the treatments is basically injecting it with glass to make it look clear. Now, I'm not saying you can't get natural clear ruby, you can, but you have to pay for it. The fact of the matter is that when we don't get clarity, we want colour and or sparkle. I've got both here, and an abundance of it. Isn't that just divine? It's got serious sparkle because you've got that depth of colour. These are not meek and mild hues, are they? You're not squinting to see the colour. It's big, it's bold, it's highly saturated. Okay, already people checking out. You are ace. $49.95. I am going to give you another discount, and I'm going to tell you it's going under 20. There, I've said it. It's under 20. Rush. Go whilst you can. $18.95. That is what the late show is all about now. That is what it is about. We've got Rebecca in from Florida. Hello, lovely Rebecca. Nice name. And in gorgeous Florida. I hope you're safe and well. I hope you're all safe and well, but I hope you're safe and well. Hey, Susan in lovely Merseyside. That's my neck at woods. I've got Hampshire in and Cambridgeshire as well. Thank you so much for getting involved with us, and well done for these deals. The reason we're doing these prices is because in the warehouse, we literally have a box. If there's only a few items in it, we can't restock that box. So we just go, cut our losses, let's get rid, and that's what this hour of the late show is about. I've got now, when you think about Burma, you think about probably some big hitting gemstones. Burmese ruby is one of those things that I think a lot of people aspire to have in their collection, but it's not something we generally get. You know, I mentioned earlier on about sort of clarity within a stone. The clarity on this, and it has got clarity, I know it's hard for you to say, I would say it's more translucent, should I say, but it has got moments of clarity. That is a natural clarity. It's just had a little bit of heat added just to help with the colour. We've got 21 carats worth in of this, and if you get your authenticity today, it states Burmese ruby. If you have a look as a general rule, for example, on Gem Valuation or Gem Valuator, and you have a look at the difference in price in locations of rubies, then the price will vary, and Burma generally is right there at the top. 21 carats worth for you. I've got 2.8 by 1 mil all the way to 6 by 4 approximately, so nice sizable pieces there, and plenty of jewellery that can be made for sure. 21 carats worth today. Should be. Try and find a 10 carat ring for that price. I genuinely don't think you'll be able to. I could be wrong, I've not checked. I genuinely don't think you'll be able to. I'm not bringing you 10 carats, I'm bringing you 21, and I'm not even stopping there on price. This is for the final few now. We weren't able to buy a huge amount of this in the first place, but we have got minimal amounts now. This is a big drop. £149.95 for that richness, that element of translucency and those big, big sizes of a notable location. £49.95. That is £100 back in your pocket, £100 back into your account. That's something so, so special, isn't it? Thank you so much. Loads of you getting in, loads of you treating yourselves. And do you know what? Let's face it. We are in the most possibly bizarre time that any of us will ever see, right? I think if something like this is something that you've wanted to add to your collection, it's going to put a smile on your face. Do you know what? Just do it. Just do it. If this is something you've always hoped to own Burmese ruby, now's a good time, I think. I think now's a good time. $49.95. It is £100 saving. I hope you are safe. I hope you are well. I hope your family are good. I hope you're staying creative, because I found that creativity has really sort of helped me not go kind of stir crazy, to be honest. I was saying before to Jenny in the break, actually, because I've been off because my partner's high risk, so we've been completely self-isolating. I've been out like once or twice in the last week or so, but we've had like food delivered and everything, so I've literally not seen like this amount of people since sort of the very start of April, so it's all very, very odd, but I hope that you are all staying really safe and really well, and I'm hoping you're staying creative. I'd love to hear what you've been making. 60777 if you want to text us. Well done to you on that. That is a beautiful strand, and I will be honest, I've got less than 5 of those ones available now. Ooh, gosh, that's a glowing topaz. Yeah, that Swiss blue topaz I brought you before. Oh, I think it's sold out. Oh, sorry. But this would go lovely with it around the outside. You've got, with this white topaz, the most sort of ice white beauty, this most glorious glow. Topaz, the term said to be from the word topazios, as in to seek or to find, and yeah, when they originally were looking for this, they believed that essentially the beauty and the glow of this is what helps them find it. You've got that wonderful glow internally, and what I like about it with these ones is because of the shape, you get that glow that kind of moves and alters a little. I'm bringing to you 25 carats worth in your drops. There's 30 exactly of these ones. Should be $49.95, but we need to get rid of them today. This is what this hour of the late show is going to be all about. We're bringing you low stock, brilliant opportunities. We're going to go all the way down on this one. Should we take off a $5? Go ahead then. Let's do it. Let's give you a really good deal. $12.95. I could be accidentally lying about this. I don't think I am. Team, you'll be able to tell me. How many strands of drops have we done on our show today? I actually think it's none. Is this our first one? We're 2.5 hours in. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because I was just thinking then, oh, a drop, that's nice. I feel like I've not seen one. I mean, I probably have, but I don't feel like a traditional one like this. The great thing about this is a little bit of wire, a little bit of a loop at the top. You've got your earrings done and dusted, really, haven't you? Nice one. Okay. 21. Clasps. No. No, I'm making things up here. Oh, wow. Songian ruby. So when we talk about Tanzania, we're talking about a location famed for, I would say at the moment, probably one of the biggest ones is Tanzanite, right? Everyone knows it, everyone adores it, everyone understands the sort of money that is attributed to Tanzanite because it is so sought after, so highly promoted and so scarce. Songian ruby, takes it to another level. Songian ruby has this dynamic colouring, oh, it's just stunning, which takes the traditional red of a ruby and sets sunset hues alongside it. There is no ruby in the world that quite has this feel and energy to it, I believe. You will get your authenticity certificate with this. This is your sort of credit card style one, so you're not getting it on paper, so that you can prove to the people that you're selling this to or gifting this to that you are giving them the absolute pinnacle point of that location. And the thing is, to be honest, I think they'll know it as soon as they see those sunset hues. These are almost the types of colours I would imagine seeing at sunrise over Tanzania, you know what I mean? We're bringing to you something really exclusive here. How much Songian ruby do you own? I haven't got any myself. None. Gosh, that is a good deal. Sorry, I've just heard there should be price on this. Okay, that's the should be price. Let me just type in. I've just typed in Songian ruby. That's all I've typed in, and the powers of the tinterweb have come up, and I can't say that these are like for like, etc, etc, because they're set into jewellery. First one that comes up is 2,500. Next one that comes up is a single solitaire 7x5mm, £845. The next one is 1.5 carats, it's £875. Next one that comes up 6x4, £819, and then the next one is 2,500 again. What sizes are mine? 5x4. That's a 6x4. It is in a lovely set of earrings. So already, I mean, I'm a mil off in one direction, but already that looks like a great price, yeah? But it's this hour. I've got a handful of these ones left. If you want to own something different, special, now is your time. We are going to go lower. I want you to have the opportunity to own this. I want you to have the opportunity to get those really intense hues, that incredible marketable saturation. That price point is astonishing. That price point is incredible. Like, to get my head around this, I had to, because none of the hotels are open, I have to drive up and down to come to work every day, and I live in Cheshire, which is like 125 miles away approximately, door to door. So I had to fill my car up today. I hadn't been on a drive in a while, kind of forgot how it was to drive. They say like it's like riding a bike. Well, I forgot how to ride a bike many years ago. So that saying is a lie, because you can forget, and I did. But yeah, I filled up my car, and that does not get you very far. I forgot how expensive sort of fuel and thing is. That does not get you far. That is obviously a necessity, but these are treasures of the earth. These are something which, you know, not every person in the world can get their hands on this. They don't have the connections, maybe. This is astonishing. Can I just remind you, you are getting 0.65 carats, and that for me is related to 2 of these stones. I think that is just astonishing. Those in little earrings, literally a little bit of silver clay around them, maybe that would be really nice. Don't quote me on this, but I'm almost positive that ruby is one of the stones you can fire. I'm almost positive. Don't quote me on that though, do your own research. That is just so special. Wow, well done. I love it. Well done. I'm one of those people who, I think in the world of gemstones, there are some things that are fact and there are some things that are opinion. And some people hold the opinion that the location of a stone doesn't and or shouldn't really matter to a gemstone. And I'm someone who agrees with that in some ways, but in others with certain stones, I think it's so important. What I'm about to offer to you is not only an expensive executive stone enriched with titanium within its actual sort of complex, but also it is a location which takes this from one level to another level. This is a luxury stone from a significant location, which actually many people whisper has depleted dramatically and may or may not be sort of sourced at the moment. I'm about to bring you something really special to treat you to a star buy. It's not star buy. It's not star buy. Yes, I heard the word star buy in my own head. Play the song to yourself. Oh no, it's changed now, hasn't it? Oh, everything's gone wrong. God. Do you want to swap jobs?
I'm all right.
You all right? Okay, fine, cool. To be fair, I'm too clumsy to work that camera. Okay, let's chat about this gemstone. And I just want to talk to you about this gemstone a little bit. There is a blogger that I think is brilliant, and you may well have heard of them yourselves. They talk about a lot of different gemstones, and this was an article that I actually found the other day about this stone that you can have a little look at. It's because of the location, and this is a little bit blurry, so you may or may not be able to read it, but I just wanted to pinpoint out a few things from this, if I may, that you can read. So this is from Gem Journal, and essentially it's talking about Madagascan Sphene. And it talks, this is written by someone you may well know, it's David Troth. Have you heard of him? Yeah. He wrote this piece. And he essentially talks about Sphene, and it says, it's a gemstone that I have loved over my career. I still remember the first time I encountered it, the Californian material. It basically goes on to talk about how David Troth has been sourcing gemstones from the island of Madagascar for some time, and has been a huge advocate of the fine demantoid garnets, amongst others in that area. he talks about when I was made aware of the new Sphene discovery by the locals in this area, in this region of Madagascar, he was admittedly kind of didn't expect much. He then goes on to say, I should have never doubted Madagascar's ability to offer a new take on an already well-established set of ideals. This new Sphene from Ambelope blew my mind. It was dynamic. I've just dropped one. All of that time holding it. Come back. Let me show you. Oh, just look! Can you see why David Troth has used the word dynamite, in this? It then goes on to talk about the mixture of the greens, the canary flashes of colour. Can you see those? Overall, I would say this is like a pure chartreuse that we do not often get to see in Sphene. This is where the article gets more interesting. It says, however, over the last 18 months, the situation at this mine has changed significantly. The miners tell me that the production has slowed and many miners are now moving towards the ruby region. So essentially, they're not bringing enough of this out of the ground, so the miners are going, right, let's hope for ruby a little bit over the way. So there are less miners turning up at this time after time after time. David Troth then goes on to say that Sphene is one of the most impressive displays of dispersion I have ever seen in my life. He says he puts a VVSI diamond next to this type of Sphene from this location, and it says that the Sphene threw out a myriad of colours that put my diamond to shame. Imagine that. Think about diamond, think about fire, think about dispersion. David Troth is saying it put the diamond that he had right next to it to shame. I am bringing to you this unique, surprising and relatively new and also depleted location, not once, but twice over with an authenticity. How much would you pay for something like that? Think about the quality, think about the dispersion, think about the rarity. How many people have you heard of owning Ambelope Sphene? How many people do you know have gotten Sphene of this quality, totally natural, brilliant cut from Madagascar? How many people are you aware of? So surely it's scarcity, because I'm highly doubting that you're sat at home going, well, there's Jill next door, there's Dina down the road. I highly doubt it. You know, if you know more than 3 people who own this type of Sphene, I think you've got, you've obviously got a specialist group of friends who love their gemstones. This is a scarcity, this is a rarity. So what do you think? Surely it could be in the 4 figures. Sphene can be, can't it? I am going to bring to you this unique location completely naturally, not once but twice, because you're getting both of them, at under £100. Now is your time. If you trust me, I would pick up the phone for you now. And can I just do this as a little trust exercise? Because I'm well aware I've been away for a while. You may not know who I am from Eve. I'm Becky, by the way. But if you are thinking, right, okay, Becky's saying trust in her, what does that mean? What I like to do is I like to give you a heads up now and again, and I will give you a heads up on, I think all of our deals are sensational, I really do, I think we do great prices. When there is something which actually really surprises, I will ask you to put your trust in me, and I will just ask you to call in. Everybody pays the final closing, and the reason I ask for that is because it's kind of my way of saying thank you for believing in me, thank you for trusting in me, thanks for watching me, I do appreciate it massively, thanks for welcoming me into your home and kind of let me be a part of your family and you being part of mine. So I'm doing it now. Trust in me. If you like these, obviously only if you like them and you want them added to your collection, pick up the phone and dial now or join us on JewelleryMaker.com. Pop it in your basket, check it out. You done it? Good, because you've just beat the queue. This price is baffling. $89.95. Lowering down now. from £90 to £19.95. That is a huge saving for an exemplary stone, for brightness, for boldness, for two of these, mind you, two collector's stones, collectors to say the least. This is a mega opportunity. Okay, thank you for trusting in me. Let me refresh my page. Thank you for trusting in me. Jackie, you trusted in me. You're a love. A collector in Somerset did. You're a love. Alan, you did. Thank you so much. Teresa, you trusted in me. You checked out straight away. A collector in Suffolk did as well. And a person in Aberdeenshire did as well. I'm going to be honest with you, I've got 3 of those now left. Well done, and thank you so much for trusting in me. Isn't that incredible? That's so special. And oh, can I show you with something else? Let me just show you, and I know this isn't necessarily to be paired together, but I love greens and purples together. It's a real thing for me right now. Oh, look! It looks like something you buy at an auction, doesn't it? Well done, everybody who got that. That is such an incredible collection. If you love your rare gemstones, you know that you've just gotten yourself an absolute steal of a deal there. So congratulations. I'd love to hear what you're going to make with them. Let me bring to you purple jadeite. The first time I brought you jadeite was about 2014, I would say. I was the first presenter to launch any type of jadeite with you here at Jewellery Maker, and I was allowed to launch it because, quite frankly, I loved it. I was then one of the first people who got to bring you coloured jadeite here at Jewellery Maker, and the first coloured jadeite that we sourced for you was dyed, and that is because at the time the connections we had and the market at that time to be able to get naturally coloured pieces in the quality that we wanted, we knew we'd be able to buy like maybe one stone and it would be X amount, and we didn't know whether or not that would be feasible for us as a company. Building our connection, thanks to you. Because remember, when you buy from us, we go back to our suppliers and go, oh, we sold out of that. Can we have, let's say, an extra 100? And they go, blimey, yeah, and we get a better deal. Over years, over making the relationships, over making the friendships, we're able not only to bring you incredible natural qualities of jadeite, like these ones here, in big sizes, but we're able to bring it to you at affordable prices. We're doing this today for £39.95. That's 80 full carats worth today. £39.95. It's a lovely purple as well, isn't it? I love purple. Purple for me is the colour of a hug. That's what I always think. I just do. I don't know. If I met purple, I think it'd just want to, you know, wrap its arms around me. I just do. Let me put these Sphene back in here. Sorry, I'm trying to be casual, but I'm also trying to stay on the good side of a new floor manager. Trying to, you know, clear up nice. There we go. Beautiful. Also because I did drop that stone before and we've still not found it. I have to help after the show. $39.95. How are you? What have you been up to? Have you been lockdown learning? I did an art course online. Yeah, it was good fun actually, very good fun. Public art course. So it wasn't kind of to do with drawing and everything, it was more sort of installation, but it was very good. Have you been locked down learning? What have you learned? Maybe you've tried a new jewellery making technique that you have loved or loathed. Let us know. 60777 or jewellerymaker.com. I've got another jadeite now, and these ones are your purple jadeite. I love this shape because actually they've got this real saucer appeal to them, haven't they? What do you think that smoothness gives to the light? It kind of almost, for me, is like ribbons of light. Does that make sense? Or would you say rivers? Rivers or ribbons? It's one or the other, isn't it? You've got the way that as these move, the sleek polish on these is giving that wonderful sort of side view, almost movement. Although it's not faceted, it's smooth. It almost has movement of the light. We've got 75 carats worth on this. I've now got 3 because I've had 2 people check out. We've got 3 left, 75 carats. We are going to go to best ever deal. Yeah, BED, worth getting out of bed for. Great deal. Oh wow, okay, that's sensational. We're going to go to $29.95, plot spoiler alert, $29.95 today. That is your price point. Just look at how beautiful these kind of bound with light and interest. I think they're just so I don't know, it's just the texture of them along with that light. It's almost a juxtaposition that I think works really nicely. And it's got that beautiful lavender kind of colour to it, hasn't it? Which I just think is so of now, isn't it? I mean, is lavender all year round? It's not, is it? It does die back. If it's anything like the lavender in my garden, it dies back and then never comes back again. Say again, Poppet. Ooh, another one of these. Oh, blimey, I've got to show you these with that strand I've just done because they work really nicely. Would you alternate? Not sure I would, actually. Would you alternate? I don't think I would. I think I'd want more space for these ones to hang. Maybe what I'd do, actually, is I'd do sort of 5 of these, 1 of these, 5 of these, 1 of these, 5 of these, 1 of these, maybe 5 times over for a full neckline piece. Do you think you can see more into the texture on this current strand of ovals than you can on these? Because I think I can. Because you've got more surface area. That surface area, to me, says these are a genuine gemstone. I kind of know by looking at the structure of this, by seeing that big surface area, that this isn't something which has been mass manufactured. You know, this is from Mother Nature as a gift. I've got less than 10 of these ones, 70 carats worth. We're going to give you another great deal. I'm going to go under 30 on this. We're going to go to $29.95, but it is for the final few. More of you checking out. I've got 8 now. More of you checking out on this at $29.95. I've now got 5 of these available, exactly 5 available now. Well done for getting in on these ones really quickly. It just makes your life much easier, actually, doesn't it? 5 of them left still, but there are people with it in their baskets having a little think. I've got 1 more strand now. I'm going to show you them next to each other, actually. In fact, I'll show you it on here. So this is the one I've literally just done. These ones were the rondelles. These ones are the corner drilled diamonds. And this strand I think is the most unique. Top drilled, so you get this slinky, almost snake chain-like movement to them. Let me show you. They're beautiful, aren't they? I really like the way this is going to sit on the neckline. If these were centre drilled, you know sometimes when you've got ones that are stacked on, and if they're centre drilled, the strand, it almost doesn't fold, it doesn't move, does it? It hasn't got space for any of that. This one, because they're top drilled, they have that movement, that slinkiness, which means they're comfortable. Comfortable purple jadeite in a really unique shape to add a little bit of extra panache, let's say, to your design. We're going to go straight down to $29.95 on these ones too, because we've now got 4 only on these ones, 4 only. £29.95. The night owl is coming up. It will be your final deal of the live show. No, wrong side. Where are you going? Ooh. Hey, these would go really well with those cubes I had earlier on. Perfect round, real intense colour. What does this colour make you think of? Maybe the ocean. Maybe you think about sort of, who's that fella who lives in the sea? No, not SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob. No, not SpongeBob. I should have given more description. The Greek god, Triton, isn't it? Triton. These are those kind of colours, SpongeBob. These are those kind of colours that's almost like you can imagine sort of a raging storm at sea, and Triton maybe kind of trying to connect with the sirens to, you know what I mean? I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's because I'm listening to Harry Potter as my audiobook at the moment. Maybe it's because of that. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing with this. It feels quite unisex. It feels very strong and bold and powerful. It's £20.95 for perfect rounds. Well, just sold out, just sold out. Good work. Let's go for more opal. And this time, do you know what? I'm doing this on black. This is ridiculous. Why would I show you a black gemstone against a black background? Because I want to prove the quality of the colour in this. This is opal, with that aurora borealis of northern light glistening colours shining through. You have got electric greens and blues. You have got beautifully vibrant hues on this that are giving it such an intensity. What I would be inclined to do as soon as I got this home is cut the strand. Are you like me? Do you sometimes get strands home and you're like, oh my gosh, I've been so excited to get that. I don't want to cut it. I need to think of something good to do with it. I need to think of something special. Do you ever do that? Yeah, I've got loads of boxes of them too. My inclination with this, first thing to do, cut the strand. Because these are so tightly packed on, actually looking at them on their largest surface, which is where the drill hole is, I can see that I am getting even more colour. And now it's really hard to show you obviously because they're so tightly packed on, but I would genuinely say get this home and just cut it and enjoy it and work with it straight away. Maybe even save some. Do you know what? Let's give you a deal on this so that you don't feel maybe quite as sort of precious about it, if that makes sense. That is a should be deal. If everything's the same as it used to be, come 8 o'clock online, if these haven't sold out, that will be your price. That will be your price point. We're live on air, and this is why you watch us live. I'm sure you watch us live to get those deals, to get those treats, those one on-air deals. Take advantage of this now. Do you know what? Get it home, look at it, decide for yourself if this is one of those strands that you can live without. If it is, send it back. No questions, no quibbles, you can just return it. But I genuinely believe when you get this home and you see just how much light and colour this exudes, you're gonna wish you bought another 20. I'm afraid you can't because it has sold out. That's worth every penny and pound of that £150 price point. Oh, sorry, petal. Blue sapphire now, let me bring to you. I can't believe that. Well done. A little bit jealous. Let me bring to you now lovely barrels of your sapphire. When you were 7 or 8, let's say, when you were 7 or 8, who did you think owned sapphire? Does that make sense as a question? Because I would think, the blue sapphire, I'd be thinking royalty. I'd be thinking people who lived in gargantuan houses and had, you know, endless amounts of money. I honestly thought they would be the only people who could really afford sapphire. Because, and understandably so, because of its rarity, because of its beauty, and because it is one of those aspirational stones, I believe. When I came to Jewellery Maker and I worked out that not only could I own sapphire, but I could work with sapphire, which as a creative, it's hard to explain, but as a creative, it's almost breathtaking that you can actually work with something that special and that precious, and it's something I never forget about. The fact that I could own it and work with it and afford it blew my mind. When I first joined, how much would I have suspected this to be? This sounds silly now, because you know Jewellery Maker, but if someone said to me, we're going to do this amount, let's say that's in a necklace, £2,000, I'd have gone, right, yeah, that makes sense. And I would have. And it might make me sound silly, but as you know, I don't mind that. I'd rather be honest. If someone said £2,000 for this, I'd have gone, right, yeah, that makes sense. Wouldn't have been able to afford it, but I would have thought that. Today, your deal, it just doesn't compute still to this day. Natural, Madagascan, deep, intense, archetypal, I would say, colour blue sapphire for £29.95. That's, you know, the price of a takeaway for 2, isn't it? Well, not in my house, we eat quite a lot. But it's similar to that. And this is that dynamic, exclusive, executive stone. Well done, well done. I always think it's so special to be able to work with something like that. Oh, what are these? Oh, wow. I remember you telling me about these, but I hadn't had a chance to see them. I've got a pair of ruby. Not just any ruby. Ruby from Thailand. Wow. I'm not entirely sure, if I'm honest, that I've ever seen ruby from Thailand here at JM in the flesh. Flip it onto its table and pick it up. That's the easiest way to do it, I find. What colours are you seeing in that? When you think of ruby, you just think red, don't you? Yeah? What do you think of this? What colours could you see? Because I'm seeing lavenders and purples. Yeah, pink shades in the light, especially when you look through this and you're looking through to the table as well. This is very special. This is a real royal red stone. And when you're getting this gemstone, it's something which is very eye-catching, and it is something which actually, you know, how do I put it? Basically, it has a very illustrious history. It has a very exciting history. And this is one of the most historic rubies in essence. It was the early 1400s when this was first mentioned or described in kind of literature, if you will. So it's a real history. And when you're looking at this, I feel like you can almost sense that history in a really nice and optimistic way, because you're getting that kind of layering of colours. And I don't know what it is about the way my mind works, but when I see layers of colours in stones, it just makes me think of that complexity within them. We are bringing to you something which is now extremely, extremely rare. When we talk about Thailand, we're talking about a stone that used to really dominate the market. You know, a little bit like we say the, you know, big amount of opal comes from Australia. Yeah, it used to be that, I'm sure, now I might have made this up, I don't think I have, but I'm sure it's about 90% of all of the world's sort of demand for this gemstone used to come from for Thai ruby. It's something which is nowhere near able to produce what it once did, because it's essentially, well, completely depleted from end of the 2000s, 2008, 2009, around that time. It's scarcity, it's almost impossibly hard to get your hands on, but we're bringing it to you today with that lustrous beauty. Say that again. Do you know what I wouldn't mind doing? Let me just have a little look at what shopping situation is on it. Interesting. First one that comes up as I type in Thai ruby, £4,950. It is set in a ring, but still. The next one, which is a central oval cut stone in a ring, is £7,800. So just to give you an idea, that's a great deal. I'm bringing you two, remember. It's this hour. It's last chance saloon. We need these to go. I've got less than 20 available. This is a limited edition purchase anyway, in the essence of we were never able to buy hundreds and hundreds of them. $89.95 is disappearing. We're taking it down. We don't have to at all. This is another trust me deal. It's another trust me deal. £19.95. £19.95 for you today for that massive collector's piece. That is such a special chance to get something which is depleted essentially. It's just such a unique and luxurious finish that you've got with these, especially with that beautiful cut. And just, I wish you could see it from my point of view. I wish I could go, come on, jump through the telly screen, like someone off of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and you could come through and sit next to me, because you would be able to see when the light shines through the table, you're getting this halo of light around the culoe, which is just the most vibrant red peach. It's divine. $19.95 is the price on that, which for me, for that locale, for that quality, is just pat yourself on the back. Pat yourself on the back. Do it. Well done to you. What a treat. You've got that special, unique Madagascan Sphene. You've got those ones. You've got the Jadeite. You'd think it couldn't get better, but it can. Deals and Wall of Fame coming up just after this break.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity, is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you've previously purchased by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker.
Join us this Sunday on Jewellery Maker for your amazing deal of the day. We've waited 10 years for this gemstone. This really is going to be incredible. We've got the launch of Pad Sapphire. It is incredible. Take a look at this strand. The oranges, the pinks, the sunset colours. It is classic. It's limited edition. Join us this Sunday at 11 o'clock.
Jewellery Maker are proud to work alongside some of the biggest brands in the industry. Keep watching for these brands and many more here on Jewellery Maker.
Jewellery Maker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to book towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Are you new to jewellery making? Not sure where to start? Then tune into Jewellery Maker every Thursday at 6 p.m. for our Get Started Hour. One of our fantastic designers will be showing you basic techniques, giving you lots of hints and tips, bringing you one of our specially designed kits for newbies, and showing you step-by-step demonstrations to get you started on your jewellery making journey. Get started with Jewellery Maker every Thursday at 6 p.m.
Love Jewellery Maker but don't have an account? You can now purchase items on the Jewellery Maker website through our guest checkout. To do so, select the products you wish to purchase and head over to the shopping basket. Simply enter your email address and select Continue as Guest below. After this, the checkout process is simple. Select your quantity and delivery option and then check out securely. Enter your billing details and either a credit card or PayPal account and proceed to payment. From here, you still have the option to create an account if you wish, making shopping online easier for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Welcome back to Jewellery Maker. Thank you for tuning in. It's me! My name's Becky. I'm from Cheshire and I love crafting. I love crafting with felt, with card, with paper, with wood, with leathers. I love crafting with pretty much anything you can set your mind to. I particularly love crafting with things when I'm in the mood, have a bit of a sparkle. Feast your peepers on this sparkling sensation for me. That kind of sparkle, that kind of exuberance of light, that kind of beauty of quality and juxtaposition between the inky diamond-like black and that beautiful white. It could only be Swarovski, right? I am offering to you to start this hour just before your Wall of Fames for this evening with your Swarovski necklace in the gunmetal. Now, I call it a necklace because it's 50 centimetres. I think that's a great length for a necklace. Of course, you can add your own clasps onto these. You can add your own headpins onto them, so that this can be anything you want. The way that the light moves this is just stunning. I mean, when you look at these from the side, that gunmetal, which isn't a million miles away from almost a titanium kind of hue, is a beautiful look. But it frames the stones so wonderfully without confusing the mind, if that makes sense. If this was, the black was set against silver, I think it'd be a really stark and harsh frame. But with this, it almost melts in. So literally, you can go whole hog using loads of them, or you can just get one of these to create a really dynamic effect. This is Swarovski at that price. When you saw this on the bust, you know, I'm not sure the last time you went into a Swarovski store, but Swarovski stores, if you're going anywhere in the world, they're pretty much in every single airport, aren't they? They're pretty much on any of the big sort of city high streets. I would genuinely be expecting a 3-figure sum for that kind of necklace. But today, for this huge amount, that serious luxury, it's not even $24.95. This hour is about clearance. £7.95 for you today. Isn't that just spectacular? £7.95 for you today. You'd make your money back on a pair of earrings if you were made to sell. And I don't know about you, you might be using lockdown to maybe start a new business. Maybe you've been researching how to set up a jewellery making business. Maybe it's something that actually hasn't crossed your mind yet, but you know, you might have a little look into it. A pair of earrings, if you sold a pair of Swarovski earrings, Swarovski crystal earrings for that kind of price point, I very highly doubt you would sell many, because I'm wondering if people would believe that it was Swarovski. You know what I mean? I'm wondering if they would, because that name means high figures, doesn't it? And I'm only talking, you know, using 2, 1 in each ear. That's all I'm thinking of. I just love the sparkle on this. I love the shine on this. A huge well done to you all. Whilst you're there and the phone lines are going busy, let's get to one of my favourite points. As I mentioned before, I love creativity, and this could just be me. I don't know if this is the same for you, but in lockdown, did you find that at some point your creativity was boppity bop bop bop, there was loads going on? Maybe you were like me, you were watching the likes of the Sewing Bee. Maybe you were watching the likes of the Grace and Perry TV show, all about art, and your mind was going, yes, loads of ideas. And then sometimes your mind was just like quiet and you couldn't almost find that mojo. I've always found that looking at your designs just makes me want to go home and make. So let's get ready to inspire each other with tonight's Wall of Fame. It's the Wall of Fame, where you get to send in your makes, and the first make today is in from Susan. Hiya, Susan! Susan, you are 655, and Susan says, what? First line, hope you're all bouncy. Fan of Tigger is our Susan. Hope you're all bouncy. You feeling bouncy, Adam?
Very bouncy.
Very bouncy. My entry this week is a macrame bracelet made with 0.3 Shanghai Red S-Lon and Mayuki seed beads in dark beige and gold. I never, ever buy, make or wear anything red, so I used this spread from a recent bundle to try out a design and found out how 0.3 behaves in a bracelet. While it's not perfect, I learned a lot and can now move on to green thread and labradorite. Bonus, my friend Carol likes it, so it will get worn. If this were to be my first win, I'd buy opals and start wearing red knickers. I'll read that one more time, and I would like to make this very clear. This is from Susan. This is not my words. If this were to be my first win, I'd buy opals and start wearing red knickers. Thank you for keeping me comfy. Lots of love from Susie. Susie, what did I do? Well, I kind of hope you win even more now. I was going to say then, oh no, I'm not even going to say that, because do you know what? I like my job. I'd like to keep it. Alison, oh wow, Alison, amazing. You've made one of the purses. This is fab. Hello, JM and fellow waffers. I have never seed beaded before, but was excited by these little purses. The gems in the middle hide the bits that didn't go quite to plan. But overall, I'm pretty chuffed with the challenge. I used hematite on one bag and chrysocolla on the other. All materials from JM. Looking forward to the postman delivering the next Monica purse challenge and learning more seed beading to add to my skills. Good luck, fellow waffers. And that's from Alison. Alison, you cannot tell that you have never done seed beading before. If you'd said to me, this is my 50th make, I'd go, yeah, wow, that's good. Because that quality is exceptional. Well done, you. Let's move on to Faye. Katrina. Let's move on to Katrina. Katrina, you're in. Please find enclosed my entry to this week's Wall of Fame, a silver necklace with resin and silver chain from Jewellery Maker. I call it Sunset. It's great to see the JM family on TV. Thank you, Katrina. I absolutely love what you've done with that. In lockdown, if you have a look on my social medias, you'll know that I tried out resin with a lot of help from our lovely friend Fleur. And I've fallen in love with it. I really have. I'm working on some pretty elaborate pieces. I hope you've enjoyed it too. It looks like you have. Those pieces are gorgeous. Final piece for this evening, we're going to Faye now. And this is, hang on, Faye. Wait, yeah, that's right. So Faye is 658. This is OLO. Get ready for a whoop whoop. I want wildness. This is my first ever entry. That is the most wild I've heard you for ages. This is my first ever entry, so I hope you all like it. I love simple jewellery that showcases the gemstones perfectly. I made this using blue Chalcedony wheels and microfaceted blue lace agate with 925 sterling silver findings. All elements are from Jewellery Maker except the heart chain. Thanks everyone for all your hard work, allowing us access to beautiful gemstones at fantastic prices. And that is regards from Faye. Round of applause for everyone, please. Faye, I love the balance you've got in that design, if that makes sense, the sort of sizes you've used. Congratulations. Thank you so much for sharing those with us. Thank you, all of you, for sharing those with us. Good luck to all of you, and don't forget the draw will be taking place next week, won't it? Well done to you all. They're just gorgeous, gorgeous. I love seeing your designs. I'm excited that's a thing now. Okay, we're moving on now. And I've got to bring to you some shibori ribbon. I'm not afraid to tell you this, but I got a commission whilst we were in lockdown, and it was a piece that I was sadly unable to complete. And it's because one of the elements, well, there was two elements that I couldn't get my hands on, and one of them was shibori ribbon. I couldn't get my hands on it because of where I purchased my shibori from when I can't get it from Jewellery Maker, and it had to be shipped and everything else. I couldn't get it in time. I wish I had stocked up on this, because it's not only that it would have been beautiful for that design that I was looking at making, but also I wish I'd stocked up on it, because genuinely I have, when needs been, gotten other qualities of this from other locations. And looking at ours, it just reminds me how gorgeously glossy that silk is. And it might sound silly if you've maybe only ever bought shibori from us, but you'll know if you have bought it from other areas, shibori sometimes can be very, very matte, almost, not abrasive, but almost abrasive. Look at the gloss on this. What do you think? What does it remind you of? It's silken waves of beauty, isn't it? All completely hand created, all hand painted. And that means that every single one of them is unique. It's a luxury look. It's got that gorgeous gloss. So when you create, you know, like shell shapes with this, for example, it keeps that interest not only in the colour but in that gloss. It almost makes it look holographic. I am bringing to you not just exceptional quality, but again, from my research, very special value for that quality. Today it's just £4.65. That is going to go a really, really, really long way. You can use it for absolutely loads of things. Really nice in those sort of turban style hairbands, which are really on trend at the moment. Dead easy to do. I know some people are going to go, oh, Becky, you can't do that with shibori. But I always think it's your craft to do what you wish. But you could even hot glue this onto a headband if stitching isn't your idea of a good time. That is a beautiful fabric and a great price, I have to say. Okay, why not do some more shibori? Swarovski. This would go lovely with the shibori though. These haven't been on since 2017, I'm being told. That's a long time ago. And let's be honest, that feels like a really long time ago now. You know what I mean? Like when I think of Christmas, I think Christmas happened like 6 years ago. It didn't. We've got Swarovski cushions for you now in such a divine colour. What do you think? What does this colour make you think of? Let me give it a little shimmy. It's almost like, have you ever watched sort of when someone films like a sunset or whatever, and they film it on their phone, so it's like fast forwarded, so it moves really quickly. To me, this is almost like, if I sort of show it that way, it's almost like looking at like a bud of a rose and then them speeding it up and the light kind of glistening on it and seeing it open. The way the facets almost unfurl this design with that real almost tea rose colour. I think it's very romantic indeed. Lovely for your wire working because they're not very as small and as delicate and as dainty as some of the set stones we've had. If you did get your hands on some of those set stones, for example the Madagascan Sphene that we brought to you earlier on, or even the Thai ruby that we brought to you, and you're thinking, right, I need to practice a design, maybe this could be good to get so that you can actually practice it, you know. We're bringing to you a pack of 3, that's a guarantee, and we're giving them to you at a clearance deal. £7.95 is your should be price. This is what the clearance hour is about, and this is what we're going to be doing for now, at least, in this final hour. Obviously, there's only so much clearance we can have, right? So I don't know how long the clearance showcase is going to go on. So, as I always say, if you see something you like and you like the price, seize the moment. And right now is the time to seize £3.78 for you today. That is such a good deal. Let me show it with a real pop. Look at that. Cerulean blue with that pink. Wow, wow, wee wow. Pardon? I thought you said 7. What am I like? Don't answer that. Let me bring to you. Ooh. Do you know what? This would go really nicely with that cord as well. Yeah, it would. It'd all go well. Sodalite I'm bringing to you now. Sodalite is a stone that, well, to be able to get it in sizable pieces like this, we're talking something really special indeed. We truly are. We're bringing to you something which has got real affinity, I think, with kind of the great outdoors, the wonderful patination, a little bit like sort of cumulus nimbus cloud reaching up into a beautiful open sky. Every single one's unique. This is real Mother Nature's fingerprint stuff. I've got for you entirely natural 38 carats worth, and as you can see, they're beautifully calibrated in size. You've got that en cabochon shape, so that flattened back is going to sit really nicely against whatever you place that on. So maybe it's going to be on the décolletage and you're going to put a little bit of flat wire work behind it. It's going to sit nice and secure. Maybe it's something that you're actually going to use as maybe the centre of a cuff, and you're going to put your shibori around it. Gluing that on and into place, again, really comfortable, really wearable. It's workability and wearability, and I think that's 2 really important things when it comes to jewellery making. Bringing it to you at £8.12. It's kind of baffling to me. £8.12. These are genuine stones. These are statement stones. This isn't something that, you know, a person in a lab coat has got some chemicals and you know, a bit of plastic and sort of put them in a beaker and give them a stir, and then, I mean, you know, I don't know how science works, but frozen them in a freezer, and then these have just come out. You know what I mean? This is Mother Nature. This hasn't happened in an afternoon. This has happened over time, over centuries and centuries and centuries. It's incredible, isn't it? £8.12 for you, and that is for 3 of them again. Speaking of pears, whenever I look at things like this, it reminds me of that woman in the long boots in that film. Big curly hair. There's the grey-haired fella there, and he has that big box, and he's like, and she's like, ha, 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 and then he goes snap and slams it shut. Oh, come on, guys. I don't know, you know, I'm rubbish with names. Film, it's a film. Start again. It's a film, there's a lady in it, and she's got big curly hair, like, you know, even bigger and curlier than my hair is when it's wet. I'm talking like, and then there's that bit, she's got these big long boots, and there's that bit, and he's giving her like a piece of jewellery. Well, it's a piece of jewellery, and it's in that big box, and then he snaps it shut. And she's like, ha, 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 ha. And I always watch it and think, oh, that really winds me up, that would. Yes! Yes, exactly, Pretty Woman. How did you not get that? How do you not get Pretty Woman? The silence is palpable. I mean, that was like, I don't know, I'm not going to get into sort of synopsis writing anytime soon, but hey, yeah, it's like that. That moment in that film whereby there's that like diamond encrusted necklace, and he snaps the box shut, and literally the box opens, and not only, oh, curly haired lovely lady, forgotten her, Julia Roberts, 10 points. Not only is she like breathtaking, but so is the audience, so are we as viewers. You know, we're like, wow, that's what these make me think of. They are like the most perfect D diamonds, you know? They're not, obviously they're Swarovski. If I were to bring you this kind of size, well, blimey, don't even guess the kind of price point. It would basically be throw a number at a dartboard, times it by 1,000, and then we might be around it, you know? But that's what I love about Swarovski, and that's what Daniel Swarovski himself, when he started the company, thought about. He wanted diamond-like quality in stones, and that is what I think you're getting here. 2 of these for a clearance deal. These are really, really popular. Loads of you grabbing these. £5.95 for you today. Let me hold on up to me earlobe, just to give you an idea. Look at the size of them. Oh, blimey. Look at them. They're huge. That's mammoth, isn't it? Absolutely gargantuan. And even yours pendant. Pendant would be nice. I'm getting me face in there. Look, you are a good 2 meters away from me. Yeah? Good 2 meters away from me, but you can still see this, can't you? I think they're just so luxurious. And a real sparkle to them. Oh, loads of you in for these going, do you know what? Let's add some sparkle to our lives. Let's do it. Well done. They're so nice. Really beautiful. Right, I'm bringing now. Oh, I thought we were going for a bit of a leather then. Oh, wow. Okay. Big, bold, like, you know, 20 carat diamond look, to delicate, dainty, but an impact of colour. Have a little look at these. Now, these are incredibly dainty. Do you have, what is it called? Oh my goodness, sorry, the word was at the tip of my tongue. Do you ever have that? The word's at the tip of your tongue, and then you go to grab it, not your tongue, the word, and then it's like, nope, see ya. What is that medium? You get 2, gosh, sorry, this is like Pretty Woman all over again, isn't it? You get the 2 things, you mix them together. Cerulean, thank you, Kerry. Yeah, have you got any cerulean? This would be perfect for cerulean. If you don't know what a cerulean is, it's kind of as I described, it's sort of a two-parter. You mix them together and over time it sort of hardens and you inset things into it. It is a product that likes the Swarovski have worked with in the past, and it's a really brilliant medium. Something like this is going to give you that almost canary diamond pave setting look, dependent on how you actually do it. We have got for you the lovely Novette shape. They're a 4x2, so it's a very slender look, and you're getting 12 in a pack. Uh-oh. Okay. Let's have a natter. Sometimes things like this slip through the net. These have never been on their own before. Might have been in kits, things like that, never been on their own before. Because of that, technically, these shouldn't be in clearance. Technically, they shouldn't. But sometimes things slip through the net. BDDs obviously saw them in the list of things and was like, oh, they sound nice, pop them in. Because of that, technically, we should not be moving off this. $9.95 we would be allowed to do maybe as an on-air deal. But we kind of feel, the B. Diddy's kind of tussling with herself now, but she kind of feels that because this is clearance, it would be unfair to not do a clearance deal, because she put this in the clearance hour because she saw we've got, you know, whatever amount of them. Yeah? Okay, we'll do it. Okay. $12.95, good price. On air, $9.95, great price. Live now, brand new by themselves, £4.88. That is £4.88 for you right here, right now. That is something really special for you to be able, because let's say you could only get these in kits before, the fact that you could actually grab them today, as many as you want, is a really lovely, lovely idea. And remember, I did that Swarovski chain earlier on. I'm not necessarily saying put them together, maybe balance-wise. Although you could work them. You could do these in a big pendant piece, like a starburst, because the Novettes almost look like that, don't they? It's going to work beautifully together. That chain was a bargain as well. If you love your Swarovski, I've actually got some coming up for you tomorrow, as well as that K2 Jasper. I did not stir that coffee at all. Sorry, I was having a casual little sip of my brew. Normally you do it when the guest designer's chatting, but I can't do that. I have not stirred that at all. That was like soggy gravel. Right, if that kicks it, if in 10 minutes I'm like, blah, 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 you know what's happened. Okay, let's bring... Oh, this is lush. I love this one. Have you seen the clutch bags that are done with this at the moment? I saw them, what magazine was it? I can't remember, but they had a whole section about clutch bags. And this kind of expensive animal look fabric is really back in this summer. What I adore about this is multi-layered. First off, I love that it looks so expensive. I think that texture, and it is textured. Sometimes when you look at things like this, it's not textured. It's almost like an imprint of it. But with this, it is textured. I wonder if you can hear this. Yeah, hear that? Yeah? That's the texturization of it. So that means that when you feel it, it feels how it looks, which I think is always quite expensive looking and feeling. It's a little bit like those expensive handbags you see, you know, the £500–600 handbags. It's that kind of look. But the thing I love about this most as a crafter is, when I'm looking at this, on this side, I know I'm instantly going, right, I'm going to need to use that glue, which I'm running low of and is quite expensive because it's a slippy. I know that I can't attach it to this fabric, I can't attach it to that, I can't attach it to anything non-porous because it's just going to slide all over and da-da-da-da. I don't have to worry about that with this because on the back it's flocked almost. So it's a soft, porous fabric on the back. So if you want to glue this to something, it is going to glue up a treat. If you want to stitch into this, you can stitch into it as well. This is your synthetic leather in the gunmetal gloss, and it is just $7.95 for you today. If you've been watching Sewing Bee, you may well have a few things going over in your mind. I can imagine these as like elbow patches. I'm imagining this as a pocket. You know, obviously get two of them, kind of do them side by side. Oh, actually, you could even do like an envelope bag, couldn't you, if you got a couple? I know this isn't quite the right size, but if you got a few of them, having one kind of that way and one almost as the envelope closing, you could do something like that quite easily as well, couldn't you? Oh, actually, I quite like the... Let me do the mermaid one, in fact. It's not called mermaid, but I don't know, it feels a bit mermaidial. Yeah, like a little fold-over clutch bag like that, if you've got maybe a couple of each of the colours. I'm going to bring you that mermaid colour now. Is it mermaid or more unicorn? You decide. It's almost unicorn colour, mermaid texture, I would say. Oh, that's just magical. You still can't move for unicorns, can you? You know what I mean? They're just everywhere. Can't move for them. I don't mean in like real life or like in the street. In the street. No, I don't mean like in the street. No, don't worry, that coffee granule mouthful hasn't kicked in. No, I mean like, you know, stationery, adverts for kids' toys and things like that. The mythical creature trend is still very much alive and present. This has got such a lovely optimistic feel. Again, it's got that kind of flocked back, which means it's really easy to stick, glue and sew. Today, pink opal Aurora Borealis. We'll match the price, shall we? Match the price. Let me show you them together as well. Give you an idea, excuse me, of how they can work. I'm going to have to go in for another swig, sorry. I genuinely forgot how horrible that first mouthful was. I'm not doing that again. £7.95 for you today. That is such a good deal for you. It really, truly is. I just think for, well, you know what it's like. If you've ever been and bought sort of, what is it? Fit for purpose fabrics like this, you know, that have got that jewelity to them. They can be very expensive. So a lovely one to give you a go. A lovely one to give it a go. Just do a cuff, you know, maybe. Whoosh, whoop. There you go. Should we get ready to cause a bit of a hoot? The night owl. Oh, that's not an owl, is it? Twit, twit, twit. Ooh. Correct. We didn't rehearse that. I do that because owls don't actually say twit twoo. Did you know that? One says twit, the other says twoo. That's what I've been told. That is on its way. Diamond quartz, not far off for you. So much more to come though. Bringing to you the clearance showcase right now. And just whilst I'm here, I do want to remind you, if you love the Swarovski we've had in this time, I've got some more tomorrow. I do also have that K2 Jasper as well. We've got Spellbinding, Laura Binding as a guest designer on 1 hour. And then, names evaporated for the other guest designer, I do apologise, but yeah, we've got loads more treats coming up over this wonderful weekend for you. Oh, at least little Ferris wheels. Oh, well, that's kind of adorable. There's loads of places that have Ferris wheels now, isn't there? You know, not Ferris wheel, not that, you know, the one in London is a Ferris wheel, but this kind of design. You see them quite a lot, don't you? It's almost got that London Eye kind of effect. I think this is literally the fun of the fair, yeah? I think these have got a lovely movement to them. And is it just me, but could they almost be windmills as well? You know, kind of like a take on a windmill. Let's see what else you could... Oh, almost like a... oh, I forgot. You know, like horoscope wheels. I mean, I've forgotten the word for it now. About this way around as well. They've got a slightly different feel. Imagine using each of these loops to add a gemstone. How many gemstones could you get on there, do you reckon? Loads, couldn't you? And what about looking at them from this angle? Different again. We are bringing to you your gold colour Ferris wheels. All the fun of the fair. Great maybe if you're going to be making and selling for a fete, or a fete that should have been online. we are bringing to you 6 pieces. We've got Joe again tomorrow. Joe and Spellbinding and Larimar tomorrow for £3. That's just 50 pence each. 50 pence each only for these. They're nice and bold, aren't they? Really lovely and bold. Let me pop it with one of these. That's divine, isn't it? Oh, that looks so expensive. Not long until that is the final deal of the day. Okay, let's go for, I'm trying to put these back in the right order. Oh, ooh, I was going to say I've got these ones. They're very similar. They're not exactly the same. And I did a bit of my resin work with them. If you've ever done resin work, a little bit like our Make on the Wall of Fame earlier on, you'll know that it's inevitable that you'll have a tiny little bit at the bottom of a pot and it won't quite be maybe enough for one of the moulds or one of your bezels and things like that. This is a great way of using those odds and ends. But have you got any nail varnish at home? You can use nail varnish with this. Have you got any glitters at home that maybe you can put in with glue? Then they're great for this. Because as you can see, you've got your convex and concave areas within this. So every other one of these circles at the base of the petals, if you will, almost a mandala design, isn't it really? You could actually create using a doming resin or, you know, a viscous paint even, or nail varnish, as I've said. You could actually create colours in this. You can even use resins with the help of something sticky back plastic, for example. You can actually place resins within these sections to give you a stained glass window look. Now this, just if I show you my wrist as an idea, that's lovely, isn't it? Yeah, that's a really big, sizable piece. So literally one of these is going to make a statement. The fact you're going to be getting 5 of these in total means that you can make 5 statement pieces, 5 pieces that grab people's attention. And you can, I think they look beautiful on both sides, if I'm honest, especially once you use your own imagination. We're bringing to you 5 statement pieces, all of them for £3 only. Oh, blimey, 60 grams in here of metal. You know, these feel substantial. £3 for you today. They're sturdy, they're strong. Even for someone like me, who I like to describe myself as sort of spatially unaware. Other people say clumsy. But yeah, as someone who can be a little bit, well, you saw me then, I accidentally dropped one and literally all I'm doing is holding it. They're sturdy, they're strong. So if I'm wearing this and, you know, I do something ridiculous as I'm getting out my car and I catch it to my coat or whatever, I know that that's not going to bend or warp out of shape. I promise you I'm putting in every single bit of effort I can onto that. In fact, you can tell because I've got the imprint. It's not going anywhere. It's sturdy, it's strong. And do you know what that makes? Lasting jewellery. This could be snazzy centre of a belt, possibly. You could do something like that with it. You could do maybe like a hook that goes into this. You could craft or make yourself. Or you could even do 2. So say this was the belt and maybe you put like your fabric around here and you could make like a little click clasp that hold those 2 together. So actually you kind of unhook that and that's what becomes the belt. And they're sturdy enough for that. I wouldn't say that about all findings like this because you need something sturdy for that, don't you? But these, absolutely, the strongest you like. Really sturdy, really strong, really, really lasting. And at just £3.95, you could even go to town with trying out, you know, layering them up with a fabric like this maybe, so that you literally just glue them on and that kind of shines through. If you maybe have got like you don't really like metal against your skin, because not everyone does, you get that look and you could literally make that into a cuff so the metal doesn't even touch your skin. That's a lovely, lovely addition. I've got some very similar and I've really enjoyed working with them recently. I've got for you a huge piece of shibori in the most divine tea rose hue. Now this is one of our single coloured silks, and the incredible thing about this shibori silk is not only is it a type of silk, and I don't know about you, but when I think of, you know, expensive fabrics, silk is definitely one in my top 3 every time off the top of my head for sure. And what I love about this is not only is it the expense of the silk, but also it's all individually concertinaed. So every single one, even in the single colours, has different movement to it because of those differences in the actual pleating and the sort of way in which they are individual. So for me, because this is rose coloured, the want and wish to do something kind of rose or petal like with this is a definite must. And then I'd still have a fair bit left over, I think, even after doing a full rose design. Bringing it to you, it's a half a yard for £6.95 for half a yard. Do remember, it's fabric that is attached on a bias, which is what helps give it that bounce and that spring. If your piece comes with a seam, you can still use that seam, because with the shibori work that I've done, and it's you know, I like shibori, it's quite extensive now. Very rarely can you actually see the seam once you've got it into a design, so it doesn't really matter. But we do give you a little bit of extra ribbon for if your piece has got a seam, so that's worth bearing in mind. I'm going to show it to you, if I may, with the pure white. Oh, it's like raspberry ripple. Oh, look at those together. White, I think, is one of those colours that we always need. I love painting. I've always enjoyed painting. Well, no, that's a lie. I've enjoyed painting ever since I realised that if you want to paint something, it doesn't have to actually look like anything. You know, you can be quite abstract with it, and there's a freedom in that. I do a lot of painting. I enjoy painting. I literally could not live without a white paint. Apart from maybe in watercolours, we don't tend to use them much in watercolours, they make them a bit opaque, but in all other types of painting that I've taken part in, white is a real essential, and I think it's kind of the same in jewellery making. If I want a strand or a colour to pop, I'm better putting it against white generally than any other colour, and that is what you're going to get with this. You're going to get a pop. I'm trying to see if I've got any other gemstones beside me. I can't see any. But yeah, you're going to get a lovely pop with this. £6.95 for that real statement. Again, you know, literally in a hairband, little bit of a top knot around it. It's a lovely little hairband. You can pop this on as, use a foundation for it, but you can work that with it too. Or even using the likes of the cerulean thread to kind of cinch this in sections could create quite a textured and unusual design. I'm going to bring you this one now. Neon blue, we've called it. I think it's like a lovely cerulean blue. It's a really fresh blue that we've got here. It's hard to say. One of the questions I get asked quite a lot on social media, and when people write to me here at Jewellery Maker, one of the questions I get asked quite a lot by new people is kind of, you know, or they might say, I've tried this medium, what would you say is a good medium to get into as a beginner? And for me, it's really difficult to answer that question. Obviously your basics, really important, how to make earrings, how to add clasp, really important. But for me, I will always say to people, base it around what you like the look of, because if you know, like the look of wire work, you're probably gonna want to attain to do that, so make steps towards it. I would say if it's just to do with trying out jewellery making and keeping it low cost, grab yourself some thread, grab yourself some gemstones and get making. Because the great thing about cord like this is you can do clasps with it, you can make clasps with this cord. You can make the actual baseline of the necklace with a cord like this. You can make almost tapestry-like designs with this. You can make bookmarks with this. You can crochet with this. You can knit with this. You can make headbands with this. It's usable, it's workable. And with 200 meters, you can get into something that is individual, unique. You're dipping your toe in the sort of crafting arena, but also you're not breaking the bank, because this 200 meters is £2.95. 200 meters for £2.95. It's mind-boggling. And just to give you an idea, because obviously I can't bend this, but that's the cord there, look. So the cord literally goes from like here to here. That's a serious amount, isn't it? Absolutely whopping ring. It's a huge amount, but it's great. Nylon cord's lovely as well because it's got a real nice feel to it. It is nice for clasp because it does grip, but it's also quite nice and smooth. It has a fluidity. Some cords I find can be a little bit stiff and you almost have to steam them before working with them. Not with this. It's nice and strong as well. It's kind of a little bit of something for everyone. I always like a nylon cord, especially as it's one of those that has a little bit of sheen to it. I think it makes it look really luxurious. Give it a go. Even if the only thing you've ever crafted, you know, is, I don't know, burnt beans on toast, it does not matter. Give something like this a go, and there's just so much you can do with it. £2.95 today. It's a gorgeous colour, that too, as I said, really nice. Let's do some bezels. And let's do some bezels that will be perfect for your cerulean, be perfect for your resin, be perfect for, again, even like the likes of your glues with like glitters in them. This could be kind of cool with photos. Do you know what to do? Polymer clay, because you can get polymer clay with this. Get some polymer clay, print out a photograph that you like on t-shirt transfer. You can just print them out and then literally put your picture on top of this, and literally you can have a little photo on there in like a nice dome design. That could be pretty couldn't it? Yeah. We have got for you size 7 gold-plated heart bezel rings now. And again, really nice and bold and eye-catching we have got here. The bezels themselves are this lovely heart shape, really nice size. And when we talk about size 7, we're talking about a UK size N to O approximately. So it's kind of a really good usable size. Bringing them to you, all three, for £7.95. It's such a good deal for something that you can really let your imagination go wild with. And I like things like this. As I said before, you know, little bits of leftover resin. You look at the bottom of your pot and you go, oh, well, that's not much use for anything that I've got. This is a lovely ring size, so you're not going to need, you know, loads of grams worth of your resin for it. It's going to be easy enough to just pop in there, put in maybe some of your glitters or your Angelina fibres just to bulk it out a bit. Jobs are good in. Okay, we're going next. Wire. This is soft wire. Oh, that feels like butter. Yeah, I mean not melty, like, you know, like a wire butter. Wire butter. But you know what I mean at home. This is a lovely soft wire. Now, I always thought when I first started, soft wire is such a confusing concept to get your head around when you're quite new with wire. Soft wire makes it sound like if I don't know, make this into a ring, it's going to bend out of shape instantly, which in its raw state, it would. The great thing about soft wire is it's so malleable to work with. I mean, it's incredible. It is almost like a buttery wire. But once you work with this, and you could even kind of see it then, when I was moving that then, it almost structurally, internally, it alters and it changes. And it's almost like, if you imagine, right, you've been out for a jog, yeah? Your muscles are, your muscles are all like, ooh, and then you get into a really cold ice bath and your muscles go like that. Do you know what I mean? That kind of feeling. That's always what happens internally with wire. So you can do that simply by weaving around it, simply by hammering it. So the soft wire doesn't mean you make something with this, it falls apart. It just means it's easy to work with, but it strengthens up when you need it to. So it's great for rings and even bracelets, which are kind of heavy duty pieces of jewellery, aren't they? Bring it to you 10 metres worth of your soft wire in the 1 mil. £2.95. It is well worth giving it a try. One question that we're asked quite often is, can you use a soft wire with a normal kind of, you know, wire like a 0.4 as a weaving wire? Absolutely, you can. Definitely. If you like doing sort of Welsh love spoon designs with almost, you know, interfurling shapes and designs, and you want to do knots, you can do that with this. Absolutely. Okay. It's that time of night already. You may well be tuning in to our new format for the first time today, and if you are, thanks so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. It's lovely knowing that you're out there and you're safe and you're well. basically the night owl is the deal that we think in the future people are going to be tuning in for. And this deal will run throughout the evening. Morning comes, it's done. Essentially not to be repeated is what we've been told. Never say never, but that is the premise of this. In the night owl, we are going to be bringing to you maybe treasures you've not seen before, treats you've not seen before, and definitely prices that are going to end your day off right. I'm about to bring to you not only an exceptional deal, an exceptional price, but a stone which in this guise of quality, I have never brought to you ever before. It's coming up now. Azure. The night owl. Yeah, I did pause. I did. No, you're right. You're right. I paused. All right. Yes. No, I did pause. Coming up now is the night owl. I said it wrong anyway. Is you're the night owl? That doesn't even make sense. People are amazed that this is A, live, and B, we aren't scripted. No. No. No auto cue here. All off the top of me bonds. Let me bring to you now a night owl to really make you smile. When we talk about quartz, it's really interesting, it's really unusual, because I believe that when we talk about quartz, we are often given the misconception, in essence, a balancing act, I would say, with the word misconception, but the misconception, let's air quote it, that because most of the Earth's crust is made of quartz, it must be dead common. More common than sand, you know, really common. It's not the case, for many different reasons. One reason, for instance, that although there is elements of quartz, it's not actually the vast majority, as is highly publicised. Also the fact that, yeah, there is quartz, but the quartz that you get in, it's not like gemstone quality quartz. But also, the types of quartz that you get, there are types of quartz that are more common within the crust of the Earth than others. This is one of the scarce ones. This is one of the unusual ones. This might even be one that you've never ever seen before. Referred to as diamond quartz. Diamond quartz, doubly terminated, so 2 points. And when you look at this, you just have to remind yourself, this is faceted by Mother Nature. That just brings me such mirth. Ah, I adore these. I absolutely adore them. The beauty that you've got with these is absolutely individual. Now, this is a cubic. When we talk about diamond, we talk about a cubic structure stone, don't we? And this is actually an isometric form. So you've got that really 3D form, and that makes these bold. If you want a quietly, softly quartz, can I suggest that you get one that's a bit more opaque than this and is maybe in something a bit more neutral, like a round? If you want a quartz that screams, we are natural, we are unique, we are individual, then this is the strand for you. Every single one of these faceted from Mother Nature pieces has that individual look. And actually, it's interesting that before, let's say kind of before technology in the gemological world is what it is, what would happen is people would assess this and judge this, and people were getting it confused with the likes of diamonds because it is not a million miles away from how diamonds grow. Here's an interesting little one. I think this is interesting. You might not, but I'm going to share it anyway. One of the ways that you know that this is different to that of a diamond, although they're both, you know, it's very 3D, is if you're looking down this from termination or extinction point to extinction point, what I mean by that is you've got the barrel in the centre and then it goes off to the 2 points. If you look down one of these in that, down with the line of one of those, how many sides can you count? So I might have to get this really close and let me find a good one, but let's say that one there. How many sides can you count? We've got one at the top, you see that, yeah? 2, 3, and mirrored on the other side, 6. You've got 6. And a diamond, you more likely just have 4. So that's one of the ways you can see. But that's one of the ways that they basically assess that this wasn't a diamond. But when you're looking at these, that shape, that glow, that clarity, if you found this clarity in a diamond, even if you were grading it, oh, I don't know, this is ridiculous, but VVSI, let's say very, very slightly included. And that's me really pinning these down, because I'll be honest, I think this is eye clean, D to a diamond kind of quality. But hey, I'm playing it down a bit. If this were diamond, you would be rubbing your hands together, because you have got a premium look here. It's unique, it's individual, and the word I'd use for this, as well as mirth giving, because it does make me smile, is distinctive. It's distinctive, it's unusual, it is captivating, and it is tonight's night owl. We have got your opportunity to take home this amount of fire in the stone, this amount of sparkle in the stone, this amount of interest, if I may, within the stone, and we're giving you an opportunity right now unlike any other. It's your final deal of the entire day, it's your opportunity, and we are taking it under 20. 19.95 for something as dynamic, bright, glowing, exciting as this stone. And it is so exciting, isn't it? It's lovely the way that it moves and the way that you've got that individuality to it, isn't it? Let me find you another one so you can have a really close look, so you can see what I mean about that structure. So again, look at this down through, say, one of the termination points. It's another great thing about this, actually, the way that it is drilled. And can you count the 6 sides? Yeah? That's Mother Nature. Isn't that incredible? Let me show you another one. Yeah? 6 sides. That is Mother Nature doing that. That isn't us going, Percival, do you mind faceting this to have 6 sides? That's Mother Nature. It's magic, it's majestic, and it really is a way in which that Mother Nature sometimes just goes, you think your facet works good? Let me show you what I can do. And that's what I think this gives you. It's a real mirth-giving strand, and I will say, obviously it's hard for you to see at home, but when you see the recording, it's done in like a light simulator. And if you look at the back of this recording mainly, even at the front, that's how great the quality of this is. Can you see the different colours that are reflected? Yeah, that fieriness, that rainbow light colour, that is the kind of effect that I'm seeing here in the studio. So you get this home, you will see this at home in your living room, you know, wherever you might be wearing it. This is a real special treat. Get something unique, get something different, and get it now for the night owl, because this is your time to seize the moment. So how do you get involved? It's this way: 0800 644 655. Yes, that's right. Join us at JewelleryMaker.com as well. So easy to set up an account. You will get it done in minutes, and it's dead easy to do whichever way you do it. Just make sure you're seizing this moment, and remember, your potion packaging is capped. So if you only buy this tonight, you've got yourself a bargain at $19.95 with that $3.95 P&P. But you can also watch back on the repeat or get us on JewelleryMaker.com, add loads more stuff to your basket, and it's still only $3.95, that P&P, before midnight, as long as you check out before then. So many of you in. Alan, you're an absolute love. You've been watching all evening. I appreciate that. You've been watching since my previous show. Sue's in, Rebecca's back in, hello. Cheshire's in, Claire's in, Christina, Elizabeth Ann, lovely name, Mark is in with us as well. I've got Stephanie, Sue, Patricia, Tracy, Gillian, Viv, you're in with us, Diane, I've got a Vivian as well in with us as well. So many of you treating yourself to this. A huge, huge, huge well done. And if you do want something a little bit different, don't forget I did that wonderful Madagascan Sphene, which could go rather nicely with these too. In the final 30 seconds of my show, might I just say thank you so much for welcoming me back so nicely today, and thank you so much for, you know, being with us, and thank you so much for watching, and well done for all of those treats you got for yourself. I'm going to be back with you tomorrow. I'm going to be joined by Joe and the Spellbinding Laura Binding as guests. For now though, stay safe, rest up, and we'll be joining you for another brilliant day of crafting tomorrow.